This video is sponsored by Serious Readers, the lighting company. I've been using lamps from the Serious Lights range for around 18 months now and use them for all of my painting and hobby projects. When building and painting my models, I need good quality light to help me achieve the best painting results and help protect my eyes from strain and damage. With these lights, even the smallest of details can be seen crisp and clear, such as the detail on Bright Star, my Eldar Craftworld's Altar. Serious Lights uses daylight wavelength technology, which replicates the natural daylight spectrum as closely as possible. These lights will project a balanced, natural light beam with the added benefits of low heat, low energy and a full 5-year warranty including bulb life guarantee. Serious Lights are a solid build featuring adjustable head, neck, beam and dimmer. Serious Readers is a British company and the Serious Lights range is hand built to order here in the UK. Link in the video description below and in the comments section. And when you use promo code SR426, you'll receive £100 off your HD light plus free shipping. Happy painting and enjoy the video. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It is Apocalypse. It's a first time combination. We've never played this one before. It's Tyranids versus Tau. So James is not available for Apocalypse this time around, so we've taken the opportunity to go for Xenos versus Xenos, and it is a first time clash here on the channel. We've never seen these two sides collide on this level. I put out the call for help across the Tau Empire, and it's been answered. So there's a couple of extra Tau players here, and they brought along just a couple of extra models here to support my Tau force, but plenty of Forge World here. A great chance for an exhibition of Tau firepower. So before I go through the lists here, a big thank you to everyone that supports us on Patreon. It really helps us to make these games possible. So gold level Patrons, we'll use them in this game, so we'll use their dice at some critical point during the game, give them a name shout out. Silver level Patrons will call out their names at the end of the game, and then you can check out the end credits for all the Patrons, including those supporting at bronze. So link for Patreon in the video description below. So we'll come to the Tau in just a moment. We've got a unique scenario here, a nice strong narrative scenario for this battle. But for the Tyranids, so they are for once outnumbered, I think, by the Tau, but we're going to build this into the scenario here. So for the Tyranids, in no particular order, I'll start here with the small stuff. So squads of 20 regular Hormagaunts or Gaunts. Termagants 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 squads of 20. Then Hormagaunts across here, squads of 20 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squads of those. Squads of Rippers, 5 squads of 3. Then we have Genestealers, 6 squads of 10. Of those, a couple of Broodlords being taken, the old lead sculpt. You can see the size difference in the newer plastic sculpt just there. Then we'll keep shifting right. So there's 5 Lictors. Here, 2 squads of 6 Raveners. Warrior squads across here. There's a squad of 6 for the close combat melee bioweapons, and the rest are equipped with shooting weapons. So squads of 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those in total. Then we have Swarmlord, Decapitator in this game. Hive Tyrant as well, with some Tyrant Guard. Exocrine across here for some artillery support. We've got a Norna Simulator model, one of the newer models here for the Tyranids. So there he is. Probably be targeted, I would imagine, in the game. We've got a Hive Crone, 2 Winged Hive Tyrants, a Toxocrine with its spaghetti tentacles. Some firepower support for the Tyranids. It's not too much. They're going to go for the Swarm here in this game. We'll reflect that in the mission. But there's 2 Tyranifexes with their Rupture Cannons. A bit of anti-tank availability there for the Nids. We've got broods of 1, broods of 2, a mixed variety of Carnifexes. So 5, 10, there's a dozen of those in total. We have 2 Trigons and a Morlock. And we also have a Turvagon here in this Tyranids list. It's roughly around about 7,000 points here for the Tyranids. So for this scenario, about 7,000 points. They're outnumbered with the models that you see, but we're going to go for some extreme recycling going on. I think we're going to play it that it's auto recycles. So as soon as something's killed, it will come back on again to represent a huge Tyranid assault in this game. So the Tau will not run out of targets in this game, that is guaranteed. So that's the Tyranids. And then for the Tau, so I've got my Tau collection here. Showed a good enough chunk, I reckon about 4,000 points. And then we have Jason from Longbow BB Gaming has brought 3,000 roughly. And then Josh has brought, and then we also have Josh Forbes Brown as well, who's appeared in some of our Challenger Scorpion battles. He's brought about 5,000 points. In total, about 12. So 12,000 points to Tau. They'll not recycle anything. Tyranids, they'll recycle fast, and that'll bring their total up to 12,000 points, I would imagine, quite quickly. And they may well surpass that total as the game goes on. So, Skyray missile defense ships for the Tau, 2 of those being taken. 2 breacher teams, and then 4 strike teams here with pulse rifles. There's an Ethereal and a Cadre Fireblade. 2 ghost kills, a different loadout for each one. One going for the Raker configuration and the other one going for the Fusion Collider. 4 hammerheads here, all equipped with the rail guns. Long strikes, this one here. Broadsides, squad of 3 across here with the twin plasma. The heavy rail rifles, Seeker missile being taken for each of those, and appropriate drones. Usual loadout I take for the battlesuit teams here is a marker drone, and the rest just take shield drones. Broadsides across here, going for the high yield missile pods for those, Seeker missiles for each of those smart missile systems, and then the appropriate drones for them. Commander Ghost Tide is here, of course, so he is in the list. Got a Riptide, and then a Storm Surge being taken as well, and then some Crisis battlesuit teams across here, so 3 squads of 3. Double Fusion Blaster and Missile Pod on these. Then we have Fusion Blaster, Plasma Rifle on these. And then finally we have Plasma Rifles and Missile Pods, just WYSIWYG on these units. And then with their appropriate drones. So that's my Tau. We wouldn't stand much of a chance against all those Tyranids, so I've made a few phone calls and got some friends to come along. So Tau reinforcements have arrived. So that's the thing about the Tau. You just have to put out a call, and then very, very quickly you get people come along and help you out. Tau players are very good at answering the call for help when it's needed. But the Tau must unite not to protect me so much in this game, but some distressed local Kroot. And that shows that the Tau are happy to help anybody that is on their side. And it's a great advert for joining the Tau Empire. And if you join them, they will rally to your defense. So, first ally here, it's Jason from Longbow BB Airsoft here. So he sponsors the channel. He's on the Patreon page and also at Phoenix Sword level as well. So great supporter of the channel. And he's brought along his Tau units here. A mixture of stuff, a great exhibition for the Forge World models. We'll let Jason run through what he has in his list.
So we're going to start with, this is a bit of a quick correction force. There's not a lot here, but there's a lot of suits. So we've got, starting over there, we've got the Riptide, got the heavy burst cannon, the smart missile pods as well, and he's also got his 2 missile drones. Then moving on, we've got the Ghost Kill, again with his drones, and he's got the Twin Fusion and the Cyclic Iron Raker. Moving on, we've got the Yavara, again, a little bit of crowd clearance going on with Yavara. Going on to the big boy, we've gone for a bit of a big cannon. Try and
that's the longest gun ever on the channel.
So we're going to try and turn some Tyranids into red-pink mist.
Yes.
With that. And then we move on to the air wing. So yeah, we've got the air wing, we've got the Barracuda and the Tiger Shark. They're both kitted out to be nice harassing units. A couple of Remoras, don't really get to use those much. And then we've got the Hammerhead on the end there. I only brought one, because I only have one. Okay. A couple of Tetras, just for a little bit of advanced scouting.
I don't think we've ever seen those on the channel. There's a debut for those.
And Farsight with his bodyguard. They're going to be coming in. This is the true Tau Power that Shadow Sun will fight alongside Farsight in Luke's hour of need.
That's beautiful.
We have the Tide Wall with the Fire Warriors and a Cadra Fireblade. And then lastly we've got the Pathfinder squad.
Oh, he's there. Sorry, yeah, Cadra Fireblade. Yeah, gotcha.
Then we've got the Pathfinders and a Crisis Suit Commander there. The Cold Star.
Okay, alright, nice.
It's gone for a relaxed stance.
So this is Farsight here. This is Jason's pride and joy. Has been painting this model up. Beautiful job. Very, very nice. So just a chance to give an exhibition of Tau models here. It is a tragedy if you get large models like these and they get stored away for so long. So it's a chance in Apocalypse to put these models onto the board. Unique scenario for them. They'd love to go against Imperial Armour or Space Marines or Chaos or even the Eldar. But this time around it's bug hunting for the Tau. And Tau don't like close combat. They've got to hold the Tyranids back. And it's going to be a tough enough task for them despite all the guns. But thanks to Longbow for coming down and taking part in this game. We'll take a look at Josh Forbes Brown's force next. So, Josh Forbes Brown answers the call once again. He's appeared in one Challenger Scorpion game.
Two.
And one Apocalypse. And he's back for a second Apocalypse. So, we've not managed to scare him away yet. He's answered the call again. And we've seen some duplicates here. It's big. I didn't know all of this big Tau stuff is coming. We've got another one of these Tiger Sharks here. So, a great showcase for the Forge World stuff. We'll let Josh run through what he has.
Okay, so I have the Tiger Shark, guns that he has, which is the heavy rail cannons, the Seeker missiles, and the burst cannons. We've got the Storm Surge, pulse blast cannon, and the weapons that he has. The Yavara, the Riptide. There's two of those. One's got a heavy burst cannon, and the other one's got the ion accelerator. So with the Town Art, we have a pulse ordnance multi-driver, the Triaxis ion cannon, and the fusion eradicator. We have a second Storm Surge, which is the same weapons as the first one. Got the Tide Wall defense network. We have a gun rig, and then moving over to the Hammerheads, we've got one Devilfish and then three Hammerheads. They're all standard with railguns and
burst
cannons. Ghost Kill at the end. He's got the Cyclic Iron Raker and two burst cannons. Got two squads of 6 stealth suits with burst cannons as well. And then we have 3 squads of Fire Warriors, one being a breacher team. A squad of XV-88 battle suits. They've got the smart missile pods and the the rail cannons on them as well. And then we have 2 squads of crisis suits, 2 flamers on one squad, and then you've got a plasma rifle and a fusion blaster on the other. And then we have Commander Darkshard with his fusion blasters as standard. Okay. We also have Dark Strider there, and an Ethereal, and lastly a squad of 10 Pathfinders with their rail rifles.
Okay, all right. So that's the list here. Combined together, we reckon about 12,000 points in total. I think it's the largest Tau force we've ever put together on the channel. Right, so that's the list for both sides. Phoenix Swords and Autarchs have been allocated. It's Apocalypse, so we're going to save Phoenix Swords and Autarchs. We're going to allocate them to the big models here for this battle. So there's some on the Tyranid side. If your model dies, it will just keep coming back, so you can track your model throughout the game. So JP, something sneaky, has gone onto the Morlock here for this battle. Firepower support with the Tyrannifexes is going to be, I've got some Imperial players here. It's Valhalla Field Marshal Roberts, who's going to be one of the Tyranid big guns in this game. And he's joined by Ben Shaw. With the other Midnight Miniatures, I think he's a Tyranid player, so we put him onto the Norn Assimilator for this battle. Amy Almo onto the Exocrine. Chris Kaminsky is going to go onto the Decapitator for this battle. So it's Autarchs and Phoenix Lords for the Tyranids. And then for the Tau, if we can find the little markers here on the board, Longbow BB himself is going to go onto this Storm Surge. Marfisto is a Tau player and who dies quite quickly in our game, so put him onto something that's tough enough, so he should survive the battle. He's gone onto the Tau now. Then Riptides, the two of these, Andrew Swan and Ben Harris for this game. And bear in mind, Tau units, there'll be no recycling, so once something's destroyed, it is gone for the rest of the battle. Sam Hermes onto the Yavara, is it called? Mm-hmm. Got it, okay. Casper Kempf onto this Storm Surge, one of the autarchs on the channel. Then we have this Tiger Shark across here. It's Gut B, Phoenix Sword. He is a Tau player, so put him onto part of the air wing here for the Tau. And then the other Tiger Shark's amazing. It's great to have two of these in the one game. It's B, PP Wargaming. For this one, I think he's a Tau player as well. Nate Miller does play Tau. He's gone onto the Barracuda here for this battle. Paint Licker's Paint Pot. There's a bit of a story behind this one. Longbow and Paint Licker's Paint Pot clashed on the battlefield, and this model was involved. It wasn't destroyed, and so out of courtesy here, it's been allocated to Paint Licker's Paint Pot here. So he'll be that model for this game. Dan C onto this Yavara across here. And then I think that's about it. Vagabond, who is Fast Sight. So we've put him onto Fast Sight here for this game. And then finally we've got Dylan Moore across here onto the Cold Star Battlesuit. And a couple across here. Lucas Brown gone onto my Storm Surge for this battle. Michael Fryer is going to be a Long Strike Hammerhead here for this game. And then finally Ray Cross is onto Commander Ghost Side himself. So that's Phoenix Lords and autarchs allocated here and distributed across both of these armies. And so that's the top two levels of support on channel membership. Membership really helps the channel. It keeps the content coming. It enables us to play these larger scale games. If you want to help support us at whatever level on channel membership, then do check out the link in the video description below, or you can go to the channel homepage and hit the join button. So that's the lists here for both sides. It's a vast array of models. We do have a narrative story for you here, a scenario to play out for this 12,000 points Apocalypse game of Warhammer 40,000 10th edition. So for this scenario, there's a little bit of extra Tau stuff here. Some Kroot. And the Kroot live on a nice peaceful planet across here. So this is the terrain. A lovely Kroot village. Quiet and tranquil. It's dawn here. Most Kroot are asleep in their houses with their Kroot dogs and Kroot women and children safely nestled inside. Unbeknownst to them, a huge Tyranid force approaches from this direction. So for this scenario, the table starts mostly empty, but Tyranids will be coming on from this end of the board in a huge wave, and they'll be driving up the table, heading straight towards the Kroot village. It's dawn here, but Kroot, in their wisdom, do have units on patrol. So as you can see, there's Kroot warriors with their dogs just manning this perimeter fence here, just keeping an eye out for trouble. But that's the direction that the Tyranids will come from. The entire army will come on here and swarm across the board. We'll be replacing models. They're going to roll up the board in this direction. The idea of this scenario is that the alarm will go off and the Kroot will call upon their allies here in the form of the Tau come on from both flanks to try and protect the Kroot and their families. So I think it's just to show, I know that James is going to be watching this game, it's just to show that even an isolated outpost such as this, and it's just Kroot allies, but to the Tau, once you join, you are precious in their sight. There is no doubt about that. And when the call goes out for help, then the Tau answer that call. That's what it is to join the Tau here. So this battle report, it's to show Tau firepower, but also the diplomacy of the Tau. And when you join them, they do look after one another. It's a great community built on what? What phrase do they use?
For the greater good.
For the greater good, of course. So this is the Kroot village across here. It's a mixture of terrain, but I think it just reflects the village and its boundaries across here. Again, there's some individual Kroot with their Kroot hounds just on patrol. There is a resident ethereal here, so a diplomat from the Tau Empire is staying here in this village. So what we're saying here for this Kroot force here is they're currently inside the huts. This is dawn here, so you can imagine a still misty day. It's daylight's just beginning to break. And it's at this point that the Tyranids will begin their incursion into this area. And their intent is to roll across here. Perhaps the Tyranids, their intent is to push way beyond here and head off towards other objectives. And perhaps this village is just in their way and they merely plan just to breeze straight through it. But the Tau won't stand for that. They'll rally to the defense here of this Kroot village. So what we want to do in this game is to build narrative into this. So we're going to have a Lictor incursion first of all. The initial infiltrating units, they're going to turn up across here. They're going to try and break through the perimeter fence. They're going to go after the models on patrol that you can see across there and then work their way into the village. So we'll start off with a small skirmish before the main battle begins. So that's the scenario. We're going to go for a gradual reveal of this one. So we're going to work this through stage by stage. And we don't want to just throw everything on the board and then just shoot all the guns. We're going to try and build up here with the story. So the scene is set here. You can imagine it's a sleepy Kroot village. Across here it's dawn. Kroot have their units on patrol. Most are asleep. Lictors will be the first attack coming through. In the distance is a Tyranid force that's heading this way rapidly. We'll go on to the first turn of the game here. We're going to go for the gradual reveal of this one. We're going to build this as Apocalypse game up stage by stage. But turn one coming up here, an initial skirmish is about to take place. Right, so on the first turn of the game, very unconventional this one, but we'll go for a little bit of fun with this just to warm the game up. So, Lictors have infiltrated here on the board in various sites. We've chosen some nice narrative spots for them. So there's one up here. I'm going to reveal the rules. I think this is going to be good fun. So the rules we'll reveal in just a moment. So one up here in this corner. Remember, everyone's asleep apart from a few units on patrol. There's one just tucked in here, hidden away. It's typical Tyranids infiltrating in. There's one here next to this perimeter fence, and none in the open. There's one tucked around here. There's 5 in total, and the final one's worked its way close to the village, so it's just here. So we'll take command of these. So these are lone operatives in the rules, so they can't be seen or shot at outside of 12 inches. So these are going to go for the Kroot. That's when they can be seen. The rules are that to raise the alarm for the village, to give the Lictors a chance to try and overwhelm the units on patrol. As soon as they get within range 12 and they're seen, shot at, close combat, every time that happens, each turn it's going to be a dice. On a 6, then the alarm will be raised here and the village will awaken to its defense. Yeah, so we're saying that 6 is going to come up more than likely. It's if you move within 12 or it moves within 12, you can roll a dice. Get a 6, the alarm will go off. If you shoot at them, fight them in close combat, you can roll each time as well. So it's only a matter of time before the alarm is raised, but it might take a while to see what happens, all depending on the dice rolls here. But we'll make the first moves. Lictors will go first. So we've allocated these out. Jason's going to run these 2 Lictors across here. All going to be Tyranids here just for this one. I'm going to take this one across here, and then Josh Forbes Brown is going to take the other 2 across the other side. So there's a little bit of competition between us here as to who can take out their targets and whose fault it is for setting off the alarm. All right, so we're actually going to go for some random movement here. We're going to get out the good old-fashioned scatter dice, and then we'll make some moves here with the Kroot units on patrol first of all, and then the Lictors will make their move. So on patrol, he's going to go 9 inches that way. So Josh will make the move 9 inches. That's actually towards the Lictor. That suits me all right. He's actually walking into a trap. Oh dear. He sniffed something. You imagine the little dogs sniffing. What is it? What is it, boy? Find him, find him. We actually have a real bell here, but Josh has just walked straight into it. So. We'll carry on. We'll pretend that never happened. We'll go to the next one. So we'll see which way he walks. He's walking the length of the perimeter fence. You can imagine laser beams running across here. So he stays where he is. Oh, he senses something. Something's not right. So he stopped to observe. Okay. We'll go for this one across here. He's on the move, so it's a rapid bit of movement. It's 10 inches towards that hut, actually. Okay. And then there's one other patrol. It's just on top here. And they remain stationary as well, perhaps sensing something up in this corner. All right, so we'll go on to the Tyranid turn now. The Lictors will make their moves. Yeah, we're on movement here for the Tyranids. They got within 12. So there's a chance here to set the alarm off. Josh can roll. On a 6, the alarm will go. The alarm will go. No, it doesn't. All right, okay. So Tyranids will make their moves here. It's bound to go off now. The Lictors are going to try and pounce on these units here. Right, so Lictors have moved. Mine's moved 8 and poised for a charge. We'll roll up here to see if any of these alarms are set off. Jason's moved his one around with an advance move. That's got within 12 of that patrol, so there's a roll to do for that one. So this alarm's going to go off any second now. It's out of range and just moving around here with this one, and then Josh has just moved around. You can just see him in the woods just over there. So we've got a couple of rolls to do. Another one, the one in this corner is running down the hillside as fast as it can. It's not within 12, so there's no check across here. We've got 2 checks to do here in the movement phase. Just some improvised rules here just to reflect a bit of narrative. Lictors lurking and trying to take out the perimeter patrols here. So 6. Oh, close. Jason can roll for this one. What's that symbol? A 6?
It's for the greater good.
It's gone off. All right, so you can ring the bell. We actually have a bell. Right, alarm. Tyranids breaking into the perimeter. All right, so that will wake up everyone across here. So we now have the village awakened to what's going on. A Lictor incursion taking place. So this alarm went off quick, but it's Kroot you're dealing with. Their senses, they're heightened hunters here. So I think reflective enough or realistic enough. So we'll go for, it's still the Tyranid turn here. So I'm just going to go ahead for a charge and put him in. Anyone else that's in range to charge? No, everyone else advanced. All right, got one charge going ahead, and it goes in, of course. So in he goes, and we'll resolve this combat here. All right, so 6 attacks here. Needing 2s. Okay. 3s to wound. I think it could even be 2s because we're coming in at strength 6. They're AP -2. They've been assassinated, so that patrol has been destroyed swiftly by the Lictor. So, first blood to the Tyranids. Lictor's devoured its prey, feast on the flesh of dog and Kroot alike. End of turn here for the Tyranids. So we'll go on to the tower turn, or the Kroot turn coming up next. The villagers awakened, so we're saying that the models are going to start pouring out of these buildings across here in response to this Lictor infiltration. Right, so we've got ourselves a mini scenario taking place here. So the Kroot that come pouring out of their buildings, the women and children obviously left inside, but the warriors have grabbed their hunting gear and have emerged from the buildings. So we said that 2 squads of Kroot have come out from each of these buildings. There is a detachment of Tau with them. Fire warriors have emerged with their ethereal. So we're saying that they've been resident here in this top building. Kroot hounds have gone out and made advanced moves and headed across in this direction. With the patrol alerted, they've made a dashing run back towards the safety of the village as well. The other patrol has now been able to react to this Lictor and has moved out. These have disembarked, unlike regular disembarkation and moves and advances. So regular disembarkation with from this hut with this squad here and this squad here. This larger building, a squad across here, another one's disembarked to there, and this building, one's disembarked to here. Keeping 9 inches away so we can shoot and then go for the charge. And then the other one's heading across that direction to go for the Lictor on the hillside. So a rapid response here from the Kroot to defend their village. The ethereal will make the call here and call in for tower reinforcements to arrive as quickly as possible. And then we also have some Krootox riders. They've assembled themselves there in the heart of the village as well. So now that the alert the bell's been rung and the alert has happened, the patrol here is going to scuttle as fast as it can back towards the village. Also, so we'll go on to shooting phase here. I'd rather gun down these Lictors. They're deadly in close combat. They get fights first as well, so I'd rather shoot them. We'll see if we can bring one of the Lictors down. Right, so rapid fire with the Kroot rifles. 5s for hits. This is the first squad here. So Jason's going to now take command of the village, and then Josh and I will run the Lictors here. Lictors need to be wiped out. This needs to be a nice, quick, efficient job here.
4's hit or 5s?
5s, -1 for stealth.
Of course it is. Okay.
Yeah. And it's going to be 5s to wound. Lictors are tough enough.
2.
Just the 2. Right, so we'll make some saves. I failed both of those with Snake Eyes. That's a good roll. Okay, 2 wounds taken. There's 6 wounds each, these models. So the next volley coming in from the next squad. Squad here is fired. This squad can fire next.
Only 2 hit.
Oh boy.
2 wounds, though.
2 wounds, well done. And almost Snake Eyes again. Dear me. Right, so 4 wounds taken in total. Lictor's seriously wounded. 2 shots of him.
2 shots of him.
You never know.
Nope.
Missed. Okay. Right, so that's all the firepower done. No, you can let off a shot across there. No, you can't. You're advanced. That's it. Firepower's finished. We're going to charges. Kroot warriors across here. See if they can make it in. Oh, they do on a 10. So we've got a close combat here. They will fight to defend their village. And then this squad across here. 9, they make it in as well. Okay, right, Kroot warriors. 20 of them swarming towards the Lictor.
3s.
Yeah, 3s to hit. Oh, hold it right there. I'm sorry about this. We get fights first. The player whose turn it's not. So actually we'll fight first on this one. Correct us if we're wrong in the comment section, but I think the Lictor, despite being charged, will go first here. So he's going to swing out with his claws. Piling moves has already been done here with the Kroot warriors. There's a good charge roll made, plus the piling. They're all going to get to fight here, but we'll try and bring some of them down. So we're looking for 2s. We're going for lethal hits against vehicles, obviously, I think, in this game, so there's no kind of benefits going on. Strength 6, 2s for kills, because it's -2. Just brought down half a squad. Ouch. Alright, so we'll take those away from there. So we're now down to the wounded squad in revenge. It's going to be 10 attacks with them.
3, 6, 10.
Kroot here have leapt upon the ambush, so good for them. We're just watching the Kroot defend their village. They will sell their lives dearly here.
Strength 4, 5 to wound.
Yep.
2.
2 wounds come through. This could be it. It's an AP minus. A 1 wound taken, right? 1 wound left. Now the squad with 20 attacks here. The full squad of 10. Come on, finish it off. Kill the beast.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all. Come on. Kroot fighting without any tower help here. There's a few. I can see 5 at least.
6.
6, 7. Oh, we're gone.
8. Yeah, he's gone.
Long gone. Right, Lictor slain. Kroot will celebrate. Target destroyed. Well done. Good for you, boys. Okay, so we've now got a situation where we have 1 Lictor slain. Okay, so end of turn. What we'll do now is we'll go on to the next turn for the Lictors. The bell's been rung, the alarm has been raised. These Lictors are going to head towards the village and try and continue their grisly feast here. We'll go on to the next turn for the Tyranids. Right, so movement's done. This one's made an advance move. It's dashing across in this direction. Everyone's leapt out of the bushes there and it's going to go after that patrol. It should be an easy kill. The other one's gone 10 inches in total, running across the rocks. And the other one's way over there in the corner, running down the hill. It's actually made a regular move and has a chance at making a charge. Needing an 8. Oh boy, in it goes. We've got another intruder in the village here. Great. Okay, so resolve these combats. So this one across here. 2s. 2s. Take them off. They're total assassins. Look at that. Ouch. And then across here, it just should be a formality here. But these patrols, if they're charged, they don't stand much of a chance. So looking at 2s here. Josh rolling up. Okay. And then 2s again. Take them off. Oh boy, patrol destroyed. All right, still got a Lictor problem to deal with here. We'll press on with the Kroot. Turn finished. We'll roll on to the next turn coming up next for the Kroot. So we're playing a mini game here. When this comes to an end, we'll reset back to the scenario. We know the Tyranids are going to go first, so we'll just roll on with these turns. But we've got a mini scenario taking place. Kroot are now mobilised. They'll seek to defend their village here. All right, so Kroot units manning the barricades here. They'll hold the line. They've sent out their hounds, the dogs, to go and hunt down the lictors on the board. This squad's gone 12. The other squad across the other side's gone 12, virtually on the back of that lictor across there. The one that's just broken into the village has incurred the wrath of multiple Kroot units closing in. They'll shoot and charge to clear that lictor out of the village. No panic here with the Kroot. They've got enough manpower here and dog power to repel these invaders. So we'll go on to shooting phase next for the Kroot.
Continue.
Just saying, this is a really cool scenario. I'm very much enjoying this with the Kroot. Keeping lictors at bay. This is good fun here. But it's perhaps going on a little bit longer than what we planned here. But we'll bring these lictors down. So Jason's going to fire across into that lictor that's broken in. He's rolling up. I'm just going to zoom in so you can see what's going on in the village here. So there's the Kroot moving across. There's the lictor that's just broken in.
4.
The defence is being manned across here. And there's the fire warriors as well. So keep in mind we're playing lone operative, so these can't be shot at. They're too far away in the mist and lurking, so it's good that the dogs have been sent out to hunt them down. But Jason's got himself in range across there. 4 saves to make.
4 saves.
Okay. So, horrific dice rolling. 4 wounds taken. Kroot rifles finding their mark. Another squad to go again.
Nice squad.
So 5s for hits. So the hits come through. And 5s to wound.
1.
Just the 1. Saved.
Okay. The Krootox guns.
Krootox guns, yeah. They've got themselves in range here. So the Kroot gun's going to be 2 shots and even 5s.
So that's these big guns here.
Yep.
That's 8 of them.
So yeah, you can do a squad of 2, which will be 4 shots.
1 hit.
1 hit comes through. 3s to wound at strength 7.
Wounds.
No AP minus. This will kill him. It does. Krootox riders picking off that lictor. Lictor down. That's 2 slain, 3 left. No other shooting to... there is. Missed. Okay, firing into the mist. We're going to charges next. You can roll up for that charge there. Should go ahead, no problem. 10. 10. In they go. Oh, good dogs, good dogs. How useful they are. In a regular game of 40k, I don't know. What's the point in taking them? In a big game of Apocalypse, what's the point in taking them? But in this particular scenario, the Kroot are glad of these Kroot hounds. There you go. Most people, they get a dog. Kroot, get a dozen. Okay. All right, so this combat about to take place across here. Do Kroot hounds get fights first?
I think so.
They do not. So it'll be the lictors fighting first here. Right, so attacks across here. Josh can do this one. Yeah, go ahead. 2s. And 2s.
2s again.
2s for kills.
Ooh.
All right, 2 slain, not too bad. Okay, and we can do the other one across the other side. 2s, followed by 2s. Yeah, 4 slain. Okay, so those casualties can be removed. Right, so Jason's across here. Casualties have been taken, not as many attacks, so 3 attacks each. Hitting on 3s, that's good, but wounding on 6s because they're strength 3, toughness 6. 2. I don't know if these dogs are going to do it. I don't know. The lictors might chop their way through. Foul both of those. 2 wounds taken on that lictor. I'll go for the attacks across here. It's 10 now, so it's 30. Come on, dogs, keep nipping. The other point in this scenario is it's buying time. The call's been made, reinforcements are coming, and so that gap in between, there's a skirmish going on, so it's all fitting into the storyline here. There's a 666, and that's it. So Josh can make these saves here. Yeah. 4s, block 2, just the 1 wound taken. I got a feeling these lictors, they could chew their way through these dogs. Okay, so we're going to go on to the Tyranid turn. There's 3 lictors left. 2 find themselves in close combat, pinned down by these dogs. We think, though, they might be able to chew their way through and continue their attack. And there's a lone lictor. I think that one's going to join in. Oh, boy. All right, so we're going to the next turn for the Tyranids. So, 8-inch move. Jason can roll the charge straight away. We'll check it. 6.
He's out. Oh, hang on. No, 7.
He's in.
Yeah, he's in.
Okay, got it. Yeah, including the ghost inch. Right, Lictor makes it in. They're all going to get to fight here. Yeah, so we can just resolve these. So, Tyranid army's on its way. Tau stuff's on its way. It's all incoming, but we're just enjoying this warm-up battle here. And a chance for that. This is unique. This combination is unique. Lictors against Kroot Village. Not a combination you're going to see too often. So, it doesn't really matter which order. I'll go for the attacks here. And again, 2s to kill. So that's 4 more dogs slain. These Lictors are working their way through these dogs. I thought these dogs would do it, but they're struggling to wound here. So those are removed. Josh is charging one. Yeah, the one that charged in. 2s. And 2s. Yeah, 5 dogs slain. Now the other Lictor's going to wipe them. Uh-oh. 5 hits. 2s. Destroyed. Dog's gone. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Right, and remember, lone operator. These are operating outside of range of the village. Attacks across it. In 3s. The dogs. Come on, come on. They're faithful hounds, but they're struggling. Just the one save to make the 4 up. Does go through, so they've caused another wound. Every wound helps. Okay, so that's combat's resolved. End of turn. We'll go on to the Kroot turn coming up next. Jason's sending a unit of Kroot out into the mist. They hear the screams of dogs, and the screams fall silent in that sector. All dogs slain. Oh boy. Just going to send 1 squad out. If it returns. We'll see. It may never return. They can see 1 Lictor, the wounded one, right? Range 12.
Yeah.
Check your range for it. What kind of range have we got? Just that one?
Just front rank.
Oh boy.
Well, there's 6 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, the unit can see that one. They can't see the other one. Maybe they think there's just 1 wounded
What's that
Lictor.
range?
Actually, there's 2. Yeah, range 24, rapid fire 12, so you can get 2 shots to the ones at the front rank. So we'll go straight on to shooting across here. Move that one up as well, just to join in. Okay. 5's to wound.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice. Josh can roll. We're all sort of sharing here. We're just sharing with all the dice rolling. Okay. And 1 more wound taken, but not slain. Lictor lives. Jason's going to go for the charge. I'll do this charge across here. That goes ahead just about. 8.
No, they're...
No. Okay. Right, Josh can go first. Who do you want to fight against? The guys that are just charged in? Probably the dogs, because you can kill more.
Yeah, probably the dogs. Is it 6 attacks?
6 attacks, yeah, needing 2s.
I need an extra dice.
These are battle shocked, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, please, 6. Let's just wipe them. Lictors, what a feast! Hot dogs tonight for the for the Lictors. 6 attacks with these dogs. 6s, nothing. The Kroot warrior, 1 hit. No wound. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Alright, so that comes off. The battle shock unit's been destroyed. Kroot hounds obliterated now. We'll go on to the Tyranid turn next in this initial skirmish. So here they come, 2 Lictors bounding towards the Kroot warrior squad that's moved out of the safety of the perimeter. Okay, so we'll then go for charges.
No, what?
Spend the first CP. We're going to go for Overwatch here. So it's the wounded one charging first. 20 shots, need 6s. Four hits, 5s to win. Nothing. Okay. Josh can roll the charges. Looks like a 2-inch charge. 8. And then the other one. 3.
No, he's out. Just by Nat's whisker. I don't know.
Ghost inch. 4. Yeah, no, he's out. Come on, reroll. We're starting the game on 15 command points each, so I think it's worth a CP. 4. That is just about enough.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, he's here.
must be an injury of some kind. But he's made it in.
He's gorged himself on dog.
Eating too much dogs. Yeah. Okay, so fights first across the board. This one's just a formality here, needing 2s. Needing 2s, destroyed. Ugh, a grisly feast in this game. Lictors are a bane. And then 2 lots of attacks from the Lictors. They could literally wipe that Kroot warrior squad. 2s, all of them. 2s, 5 dead, that's halfway there. And then the other one. 2s, he's going to do it. 2s, 1 left. All of them except 1 slain from that squad. Who can fight back with 2 attacks. I'll do it here in 3s. Snake eyes. No wonder. Oh boy. Right, okay. Kroot warrior squad.
Battle shock.
Removed from play. Battle shock. Double 6. Okay, he's going to hold his ground. Okay, right. Lictors are not being dealt with. 3 of them left. We'll press on now to... Oh, look at this. Now the Tau Empire can bring its guns to bear. Fire warrior team is ready to shoot. Thing to point out, this squad does have a feel no pain of 5+ for the rest of the battle, for bringing that Lictor down in close combat. The 5-man squad shifted across to man the barricades. This squad shifted to its left to fill the gap of the squad that was eliminated. The low model that survived has run and jumped back across the barricade. And we have fire warriors in position and ready to shoot, so they can let loose with their weaponry. Kroot riders pushing through. Maybe not in range with some of them. We'll check range on those, but I think the Kroot are going to rely upon firepower instead of close combat here to try and get rid of these Lictors. So we're going to shooting phase next.
First 20.
These advanced Kroot warriors across here. 20 shots going into the injured Lictor, needing 5s. It's a pretty good roll.
Half.
5s to wound. There's 4. That's not bad. 2 wounds come through. Is it dead? No, it's got 1 wound left. Okay.
There's a single Kroot there.
He fell out of combat.
Yep.
So Kroot riders, yeah, if any are in range 12.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how do they want to go? They're damage 2, you see, so they may want to go for the uninjured one.
I believe in the fire warriors.
Yeah. So
They're going to go for the injured one.
Okay, 5s.
Oh.
Triple hit, nice. 3s to wound.
Oh.
All of them. Josh can make these saves here. There's no AP minus, so 4-ups. Okay, right, so target destroyer. There's 2 Lictors left. Josh will pick up his Tau dice. Jason's got his orange Tau dice. Josh has got his. We're now looking for, well, you're still 4s, so 5s for hits. This is with pulse rifles now. Tau technology beginning to kick in. And there's some hits coming. Uh-oh.
There's 4. Oh, yeah.
4. 5s to wound still. Strength 5, toughness 6. 2. And saves here of 4-ups. Blocked 1. 1 wound comes through. Okay, checking for the range. The Kroot riders, no. Lone operative helping Lictors here. Alright, so turn finished here for the defense of the village for the Kroot. 2 Lictors left, both are wounded. This is the final charge from them. We'll go on to movement for the Tyranids next. As Josh is saying, the Kroot model's being destroyed. It's going to impact the scenario later on, so this will have a bit of a bearing on the game.
I think we should overwatch with the fire warriors. Give them a second bite of the apple.
I think so.
Yeah, Overwatch Fire Warriors, go ahead.
Do you want to roll the dice?
We've gone 8 and they're rolled a 6. This thing's hurtling towards the Kroot village here as quick as it can. Looking for 6s.
Oh, boy.
None.
Oh,
Missed
wow.
completely. Right, so missed entirely. That's it. Charges. This one advanced. This one's going to hop straight over the barricade. So it's just a formality. It'll go into the big squad. Yeah, no problem. So we'll just go straight on to closer combats. I tell you, the Kroot is heavy casualties. Oh, there's 5 Lictors have caused carnage. 2s, all of them. 2s, all of the... No, sorry, 5. Killed half a squad again. Lictors are just so well cut out for hunting Kroot. It's crazy. So just we're zooming into the village. You can see what's going on.
Attacking back?
Yeah, fighting back. So it's going to be 10 attacks. It's not that many attacks here.
3s.
Oh, it's good hitting. 6s to wound though.
Yeah.
Or is it 6s? Is it 5s? You are strength 4. It's 5s. Thankfully. 2 make it through. And 1 wound makes it through. So 1 wound there, but still 4 wounds remain on that Lictor. Okay. Right, anyone tuning in, this is a great fun scenario. If you have Kroot and Lictors, this is a great fun combination for sure. Something very, very unique, but something quite plausible. This must happen in the 40k universe. Kroot villages under attack from Tyranid infiltrators. The casualty pile is horrific here for the Kroot. Casualties exceptionally heavy, but we'll go on to what we're hoping is the final turn here for the Kroot as they repulse the last two of these Lictors. Hopefully firepower will do it. Right, so movement taking place. Tau and their Kroot allies just manoeuvring into position to hopefully blow these away with firepower. This squad's moved across, does have that feel no pain. We're going to shoot and charge. Kroot Riders in support, this squad in support. So this should be the end of that Lictor, and the other one across the other side. Kroot have fallen back. Fire Warriors to deliver almost a point-blank volley with support from Kroot Riders as well. But the Lictors haven't got into the huts.
No.
That's the main thing. So women and children are safe. I'd imagine they're awake, though, with the shouts and screams going on outside in the village. But Tyranids have brought this fight very, very close to home. This village's perimeter has been broken into a number of times. Okay, Fire Warriors then. Right. 20 shots and even fives.
If that Lictor makes it into the hut, we're going to nickname him Anakin.
There's semi-Star Wars-y Mandalorian vibes going on here. I think this is actually Star Wars terrain that we borrowed from the club as well. This stuff's from Necromunda, I believe. Brilliant terrain set. So looking for fives. Good shooting, Fire Warrior.
Does the ethereal give us anything of any benefit?
Plus feel no pain from the ethereal, no benefit for shooting.
5 to wound.
5 to win. Come on.
Oh, look at that!
Wow, good dice rolling.
7.
Why can we do that
Wow.
earlier?
Okay. 7 saves to 4+. This should destroy him.
So
Yeah, 7 saves.
Bomb.
Got him. Lictor down. Almost time to celebrate. Kroot Riders with their firepower. 4 shots, needing 5s. God, triple hit. Well done. 3s to wound. Defend the village. 1 comes through. It's not been blocked. 2 wounds taken. You almost got him. Now finally, a volley from these. A full squad of 10. 20 shots. Fives again.
We can do it.
Can do it. 5s to win. Come on, yes.
4.
Quad 5. Here we go. Wounded. Survives. Got him! He's gone. Okay. Oh dear. It's like the sand people. You can imagine the celebration. James isn't here, but he would give the appropriate celebration there. But the village has been saved, or has it? Oh boy. The scenario is going to move on to the next phase here. In the distance, a rumbling sound is heard. The Kroot and their Tau allies here, they know full well it's not just going to be Lictors attacking this village, but merely the vanguard of a huge invasion taking place. A red wall is headed in this direction. The village stands in its path. Going with the narrative, we're saying the Lictors, they've left these pheromone trails heading straight towards this village. So Tyranids coming across in this direction will just by instinct head straight towards the village here. So Lictors have done their job. It's been a grisly work that they've done as well. The casualty rate has been horrific here. 5 Lictors have killed all that stuff on the board. They've killed 10 times their number on the board. Hunters, truly they are. They've done exceptionally well. But finally, they have been overwhelmed, mostly by firepower here from the Kroot and some support coming through from the Fire Warriors as well. That turn ends at the end of the Kroot turn, the Tau turn, which is perfect. We can now roll on to, officially for this Apocalypse game, the first turn of this Apocalypse battle, where we'll see the Tyranid army arrive at this end of the board. This was merely a skirmish. The main battle is now to come. Right, so Tyranids have arrived. We're on the main turn of this apocalypse battle now. So you can see some deep strikers arriving in. This village is in trouble immediately here as the Tyranids arrive. Raveners have arrived just here, just over 9 inches away. So Tyranids are going to look for some early charges. Trigons turned up across here. Raveners across the other side are breaking into the village here as well. They've got a Morlocks turned up. We yet to resolve the mortal wounds with that. Another Trigon across the other side. And then the main Tyranid force here, this great tide, has arrived on the board. You're looking at about 7,000 points of Tyranids turning up at this end of the table. Moves have been made, advanced moves have been made. The leading units, the flying units across here, followed by the Hormagaunts going the fastest with their 10-inch move and then advanced move on top of that. Gene Stealers in amongst them as well. Lictors are back, there's more of them. Another 5 of them have turned up. Carnifexes, broods of 1 and broods of 2. Hive Tyrants here, Tervagon. Warrior squads spread out, Gaunts following up behind, and Ripper squads as well. 2 Tyrannifexes positioned here. The Norn Assimilator making a good roll for advancing, along with the Exocrines pushed to here. Advanced with him, he's too far away for shooting with the Exocrine. There's a couple of Lictors in there, Warrior squads, Gene Stealers over on this flank, and you can see 2 winged Hive Tyrants and the Hive Crone darting across the board as well. So truly the Tyranid advance has now begun, and they're headed straight towards the Kroot village. So mortal wounds resolved, 1 coming in here, 3 caused here, but the feel no pain carried over from the fight against the Lictors. One of them got back to his feet again, so that's the strike coming in there from the Morlock. So movement's done for the Tyranids. We'll go on to shooting. There's going to be a little bit, not very much, but some shooting at extreme range. So on a shooting phase here for the Tyranids, got some rupture cannon shots. Going to go after Fire Warriors. It's not the ideal target, but there's not too much Tau stuff on the board at this stage. A couple of house rules we're playing with the Tyranids. They are outnumbered in points, but we've talked about recycling them on the board. So we're going to auto recycle. Usually it's 6s to recycle units or 5s if the game is more balanced. But because the Tyranids are outnumbered here on points, we'll go for auto recycles. So everything that's killed will just come straight back again. It's to represent a massive tide coming through. This would stretch back perhaps miles. Tyranid monsters and creatures just in a never-ending swarm heading across the board. So the best the Tau can do is just to keep the Tyranids back. They'll not wipe them out at any point in the game. They'll just keep coming back. So what the Tau needs to do is buy time, try and see this game through and stop the Tyranids from breaking through into the village. To do that, they've just got to wipe out units and keep sending them to the back of the line. If the Tau can do that, then they'll protect the village. The other house rule that we're doing, and we've done it before, is if you recycle a unit, it comes all the way to the very back line across here. It's kind of irrelevant and redundant in the game. So what we do is when a recycled unit comes along, there's a couple of rules. It has to deploy behind a unit that's in front of it. And then also it can deploy it as long as it's over 24 inches away from an enemy unit. So for example, if the Tyranid tide is around about here and the Gaunt unit has been destroyed, it can recycle as long as it's 24 inches away from an enemy unit, so which would be about here. So it can come on here instead of having to start at the back line. That just represents the depth of the Tyranid tide pushing through. So that means that we'll see these Tyranid units on the board throughout the game, and the thickness of their line, the depth of it, will continue. It won't get as spread out as we've seen in other scenarios. And again, that's just to replicate the depth of this Tyranid attack and the sheer weight of numbers that they have. This will give the Tyranids, that'll balance them out nicely against this Tau force. Tau got a lot of firepower, a lot of units, so Tyranids are going to be majorly recycling their stuff, and they'll be coming on aggressively from reserve, deploying up the board when those units arrive. That, we think, will balance the game out quite nicely and give the Tyranid tide a fair enough chance. So it also means for the Tau, keeping that tide back, the initial edge of the tide back, if you can keep it back, it will stop our reserves from deploying too far up the board. So big incentive just to blow the Tyranids away and keep that healthy gap here. Tau have a number of options in this game. We're going to have the main ground force coming in from both flanks. We've got an air wing flying in, and also at whatever point in the game it's required, a man to strike here, a horde of battlesuits to swarm down to try and keep the Tyranids back as well. So Tau do have a number of tactical options at their disposal. But anyway, rupture cannons into Fire Warriors. Looking for 3s, 1 hits, and that's going to be a wound and a splat, yeah. So 1 dead, 1 picked off by a super long range rupture cannon. That was from Ben Shaw, and then Valhalla Field Marshal Robert with his 2 shots. 2 hits come through. It's just he has concern about the life of his fire warriors here, so he's reminded me about Feel No Pain. So you need to roll Feel No Pain of 7. He's going to try and keep this fire warrior alive. 5 pluses.
I'll do it for the lols.
And he's gone. But that just shows that each life we care for the greater good. But it didn't help though. So Rupture Cannon got 2 hits from Field Marshal Robert, and a wound comes through. And Josh is going to want to know how many wounds. And it's 3 this time. You could survive. Rupture Cannon hit, and almost 6, 5, and 3. All right. So 2 fire warriors slain from that squad. We'll look around for any other firepower. There's not going to be much bit of firepower coming from Trigons. And that's about it. Not going to shoot the Trigons because we don't want the charge being shortened. So we're going to forego firepower. We didn't take the shooting upgrade there with the Raveners. So we're going to go on to charges next here for the Tyranids. So I guess we'll just roll these up. I'm going to be the main Tyranid player here in this game. And then the 2 visiting Tau players will take command of the Tau, no problem. So we'll go for this charge across here. 8, no. Fancy it. Well, command reroll. We've got 15 each. 9, got it. All right, Trigon's gone slamming in. Oh boy. Overwatch if you want to. We'll try and join with the Raveners here. Snake Eyes, not a chance. Pushing through there with that monster to go after that squad. 8, no. Raveners going into the barricades across there. No. And the Morlock, I guess, can go straight ahead. And no. So Tyranid units, the Tower can be thankful in the Kroot. They'll be glad to see those monsters not making it into close combat. Just 1 melee across here. We'll go ahead and resolve that one next. Okay, so Trigon. It's like a big Lictor. 12 attacks with this thing. Whoa. Tasty stuff. Yeah, they've got to feel no pain, but I don't know if it's going to help them because it's damage 3. 3's for hits. Oh, it looks tasty. Let's just check here. Nothing else going on to help us out. Yeah. So 2's to wound. 2's to kill. And it's going to be 7 from that squad, which is almost to wipe out. And then we've got Feel No Pains. Jason can roll these up. So Jason rolls some Feel No Pains. Almost 2 6s and a 3.
3, 4,
okay. 5. He's 1 ahead of me here. Yeah.
7.
No, so that's none.
Squish.
Kroot have been chopped. They just don't last long against Tyranids. No wonder they joined the Tau Empire. Not lasting too long. All right, 1 Kroot warrior can fight back. 2 attacks. Oh. 2 hits. 6s. Oh. Got 1. Good for him. Mark of pride for the tribe. Yes! I'm wounded. Hunting knife in the Tau. Right, and then with that stab with the hunting knife here from the lone Kroot warrior, we'll bring the turn to an end. So village under attack, monsters closing in, one of them almost breaking through the squad across here. Kroot have taken serious casualties, there's not too many of them left, but range has prevented much of this Tyranid force from bringing its guns to bear. But the tide is on the move. We'll go on to add the turn for the Tau count next. We'll see the first wave of fresh support coming in. The call has been heard, the signal's been sent. Tau will now respond. So officially, we've played the skirmish game. We'll go on to official turns now. So we've had Tyranid turn 1. This is going to be Tau turn 1 officially here for the main part of this apocalypse battle. It's going to be the air wing turning up here to provide some immediate air support. So Tau players are getting their tape measures and dice at the ready. It's a double Tiger Shark air wing here. So these 2 have turned up across on this flank. They're going to provide some immediate air power, firepower support. The Barracuda leading the way. And then what are these things called? These drones, these Forge World things? Remora drones coming in as well. They've joined the air wing to provide some firepower support as well. So the way we're going to play is these are going to turn up, shoot, and then they'll fly off again. Circle round during the game and come back for a passing shot as well. If they survive, because they may attract a bit of flack here from this Tyranid force. But pilots closing in here for some firepower support. It does look epic here to finally get these models onto the board And on a table where they don't look out of place really, they're big models, but on this board they fit in quite nicely across these grassy plains. Okay, so pick your targets, pilots. So just soaking in the image across here, these mighty Tau flyers coming in. So there they are, heading off towards the Tyranid Tide. We've discussed targets here. I think Jason's going to fire his Tiger Shark first. So spotting going on, and the way you get minuses and so on, splitting fire. So Jason's going to fire everything into the Hive Crone here to try and bring it down. So an exhibition of firepower. So longbow BB is going to use the longbow BB dice.
Seeking missiles, hitting on 3s.
Should be an easy kill. Hitting on 3s. It's going against the Hive Crone.
And these are strength 14.
Oh boy. Toughness 9, 3s to wound.
Ooh, 2.
2 go through. AP minus?
Minus 3.
6s. No.
D6 plus 1, so
2d6 plus 2.
6 and 8.
8, yep. 8 wounds caused, dropping down to 4. So heavy damage coming through. Jason's now going to use the big guns. What are they called? They're rail something.
Twin heavy rail cannon. But it's only one shot, but it's twin linked.
A single shot?
Yeah.
Mm.
That misses. I'm going to come on point that. And it hits.
Okay, a single shot. Interesting.
Strength 26.
We're fishing for 6s.
And it's twin linked.
2s to wound.
It's wounded.
It wounds.
Minus 5, 12 damage.
Ah, right, okay, target destroyed. Well, that's the end of him. That's the end of him. All right, Hive Crone picked off. 12 damage. Strength 26. I don't know if that's a record on the channel. Wow. Okay, if it gets its hit, whatever it shoots at, it's in big trouble.
So he's done.
Yeah, that's him done. He had to fire at everything. Yeah, okay, so we've got barracudas and these
Barracuda.
drones as well. Right, so next bit of shooting. It's the drones across here. They've flown across this way. They're actually going to go for the Raveners as a target. Just a bit of a priority to get rid of those here at this stage.
Launch off into them.
Okay, seeking missile shots.
So hitting on 3s. All hit.
That's
Strength
good.
14.
2s, yeah. Little drones, annoying things.
Minus 3, D6 plus 1 damage.
I got no save against that.
So I'll roll
3 wounds.
So it's
Try and get through.
4.
Yeah.
Yes, let's roll them all together. Plus 1, 2.
It's fine, yeah. And all
1
of them
dead,
except
2
one.
dead, 3 dead,
2 wounds on another.
2 wounds another.
Okay. That's really good shooting. Burst cannons, yeah.
Burst cannons, they have twin burst cannon. 4 shots each.
8 shots in total come from the 2 drones.
Ooh, that's not good.
In 3s, because the target's been lit up here.
Twin link one, so
Yeah, twin linked. Strength 6.
Toughness 5.
Twin linked.
Okay.
Minus 1. 1 damage.
Nice one. 6s. Blocks 1, 3 wounds. You can take off the whole model, keep going with the 2 wounds on it, or whatever you want to do. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, 2 left.
Into the far one.
Going for split fire here. I think it needs to be done because there's multiple targets to go after. This is the Barracuda.
All 4 seeker missiles into him. Iron cannon and cyclics into him.
Okay. So it's going to be 4s all round now. Yeah, this is Nate Miller firing with the Barracuda.
3 hits.
Okay.
3 to wound.
Yep.
2
2.
wounds. Minus 3.
6s. No. Oh no, it's an evil
D6
laugh.
plus 1 damage.
Come on, need a good roll. Oh! 11 wounds. Whoa. Dropping down to 2. Good strike.
13 damage.
You what? Oh, plus 1. Dead.
13,
Oh, I shot him. He's picked him off. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Well done.
Who's good Barracuda? Who's good Barracuda?
Barracuda, well done. That's Nate Miller's firepower there. Cool, that was a shot and a half.
So, missile pod into that one.
Yeah, 4s.
1 hit. Strength 7s. 5s.
5s to wound, yeah.
Wounds.
Oh, he gets his wound.
Minus 1, 2 damage.
4 ups, blocked that one. Chitin holes.
Then iron cannon. I'm going to overcharge it. D6 plus 3 shots. 5, 6, 7, 8.
These pilots are brave and they sacrifice themselves here. I've just noticed that some of the Tyranids have flying units that can slam into them in close combat. So this air wing's not untouchable. Oh boy. Tau relishing their firepower here.
What's toughness?
As toughness is probably 9. Let's just double check. Toughness 10 on a Warlock.
3.
3 come through. Yep.
-2.
5s. Oh, blocked them all.
Oh, hazardous.
Hazardous, yeah.
Oh, that's lucky.
Okay.
Overcharging again.
Cyclic Iron Blasters.
And 5s.
These are overcharging. They're going into the Warlock. Nothing coming through.
Hazardous. It's fine.
Okay.
Burst cannons on.
The Kroot village has a problem. It's deep strikers. We've said that units are going to recycle themselves, so units being destroyed, they're going to be popping back up again on the board. Some kind of perimeter needs to be set up around here. The Kroot, what are they going to do? They need to expand out. The reinforcements are going to really need to hurry up here to form some kind of deep strike denial around the village, because if the Tyranids keep sending in deep strike units, they're going to start destroying buildings. We've got rules for the buildings here. They can be broken open and destroyed, so it's the destruction of the village and its inhabitants is the main aim for the tower here, to prevent that from happening. So it started to sense the battles beginning to intensify now. They're just trying to, they're discussing unit allocation, how they're going to split the firepower.
No, is that a range?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Oh boy.
Okay, so I'll do seeking missiles then. Yeah, do seeking missiles. Not half and half. Just like throw it all in.
Get all in there.
Okay. They're going to fire everything they have from this thing and try and take out this Trigon. It's got to go. It's too much of a threat here.
6 seeker missiles.
It's me. I was threatening to destroy one of the buildings, and that's annoyed them. So.
Are the fire warriors spotted?
No, they haven't.
So
I'm just
they
thinking that.
Yeah. So
We'll spot with the fire warriors.
Yeah, target spotted, so you're going to +1 to hit rolls.
3s.
This is Seeker Missiles.
Seeker missiles.
Okay.
3s again.
Wounds coming through, just been rolled up there. 2.
2.
-3.
-3.
Yeah, 2 4s.
D6 plus
2d6 plus. Whoa, 8, 9, 10 wounds caused, dropping down to 4.
Right.
That's really good shooting. Now the special gun.
Rogan.
Without a command reroll. Oh, stop! A friend.
I was just about to think that.
There is Nate Miller.
Nate Miller.
Tau player. Tau Sept.
Who's actually on it? Is it good?
He says here, Nate Miller, Tau. He plays Tau. He's Tau Sept and Farsight. Ooh, super ally of the Tau here. He'll get the hit for you. Ah, 6. Huzzah.
Get same against devastating.
Yeah.
Oh, 5. AP minus.
5.
Straight through. Damage. Dead.
Ridiculous.
12 damage.
Do explode. No, almost created a heap of dog food here for the dog. I was going to say for the dogs, but there's not a dog left alive in the village at this stage.
That's it. I can't shoot with anything else because I've committed everything.
Committed yet? The firepower's done from the tiger shark. Interesting. So I've got a bit of firepower across here to resolve, and then tower shooting will be finished. Shooting resolved. Kroot Riders fired into here, and I think it's 1 wound came through but saved. And then the regular Kroot and Fire Warriors combined firepower and removed the Raveners from play. So protecting the perimeter mostly, but some creatures have not yet been dealt with. So a couple of shots across there. Yeah, we'll get that resolved, and then we'll be ready to move on to the next turn. Bit of firepower across here, no impact. So shooting phase is finished here for the tower. They have dealt with some targets. Air power has been useful enough. It's taken out 2 Trigons and also a Hive Crone. But it's almost, I don't know, it seems hopeless here because this stuff's going to come back. And it's just a drop in the ocean of this red tide. We'll go on to turn 2 now for the Tyranids. The tide will lurch forwards once again. All right, so turn 2 for the Tyranids. It's looking tasty enough for them, no pun intended. Raveners have turned up. This is the recycled unit that's gone across there. They'll attempt another charge. This unit survived. It wasn't shot at, and it's gone 10 inches into the village. There's problems now. There's Raveners in the village here. Then Morlocks moved in, ready to go for close combat. And then across here, the tide surges ahead. Advanced rolls being made. The majority of units advancing here. Now, this Hive Tyrant right in the heart of the Tyranid army is granting the assault keyword for some of the shooting here. So Carnifexes have advanced, but they'll be available to shoot thanks to the Hive Tyrant's ability. Hive Crone's gone here. Remember the 24-inch rules? We've had to keep it right back this time, thanks to the air power on the board. And then other units just all surging forwards here. Some units going faster than others. You can see Gene Stealers and Homogants leading the way, and the slower stuff here at the back. Remain stationary with the 2 Tyrannifexes. They do have targets in the sky to shoot at. Their rupture cannons are certainly dangerous enough. Artillery piece across here has remained stationary as well, the exocrine, and everything else has surged up across the board. So Tyranids have reached this point here. There's possible close combat to take place with these winged hive tyrants as well, so potential trouble for these drones and the Barracuda. That's movement done. The Tyranid line advances. There's still some distance here, but time's running out for sure. Reinforcements on the ground are on the way for the tower. They'll arrive next turn, and it may well be in the nick of time here because the Tyranid invasion is making rapid progress across the board. We're going to shooting phase next.
The rupture cannons could bring it down very quickly.
Yeah, rupture cannons are dangerous. We're going to go on to firepower here. Rupture cannons remain stationary. So we've got Ben Shaw, Phoenix Lord, and then Valham Field Marshal Robert representing the 2 Tyranofexes. So we'll go for the lead Tiger Shark across there. That's his own model who's been allocated to here in this game. He wanted to be a fighter race here, but this might come to an end quick enough if these find their mark. So we're saying aircraft don't get the -1 to hit rolls anymore, which is kind of strange. But anyway, Tyranids won't complain. So we'll go for Ben Shaw first of all. Brace yourself here. See if you can survive this.
At -1 to hit.
Barracuda's -1.
Agile dogfighter.
Okay, well that has a built-in -1. That's useful because there'll be stuff firing at that. So, Tyranofex. Rupture cannon is 2 shots. Range 48. 3s to hit, but we remain stationary. So we'll go to 2s. And we'll commit this to Chris Comiskey here, a Tyranid player. Just about hit. Trying to wound here. Strength 18.
Against
Toughness.
11.
the Tiger Shark.
Yeah.
11.
3s to wound. Comiskey dice say, oh, one has failed. Surely a command reroll here for the Tyranids. And it goes through. We've done our bit. It's AP -4. 5 plus invulnerable saves with a command reroll on standby. No doubt, no, both go through.
Do one.
Yeah, of course. No. All right, Chris Comiskey's got a chance to bring this thing down. It's a total of 4d6 damage. Oh, it's bad.
Not quite. I don't think.
16 wounds.
18.
18.
Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay. Right, we'll see if we can finish it off with the exocrine next. It is a shame for aircraft because technically they're way up in the sky, but we have them on the board here because who would want to put a Forge World model on a 10-foot plastic stand, you know? but they're this low, but really they're going to be right up in the sky and difficult to target here. But 2s to hit, it's the current rules here for Games Workshop, so Tyranids will take advantage of that. So exocrine, we'll try and finish it off here if it's firepower. So this is going to be range 36, D6 plus 3 shots. We're committing this to Carl Roden, a Tyranid's friend and ally. 3 shots, so 6 shots in total. Doing worse. Looking for, this is a heavy weapon. It is 2s. They've all hit. This one's coming in at strength 8. 5s to win though. Just the 1. 1 is enough though. It's 3 damage. It is -3.
So it's 5.
5 plus. Come on. Oh no, 3 damage.
Deadly demise.
Yeah, deadly demise. No, Tiger Shark removed from play. It's impressive firepower, but really, if you can shoot it and you're firing against a Tyranid horde that's miles deep, it's only a matter of time before it's brought down. But tragically, target destroyed here. Okay, so we'll go on to the next rupture cannon. It's range 48. We'll pick on Josh's aeroplane next. 2s to hit, and we'll commit this to another Tyranid friend. Tyranid players, Travis and Jen. This one. So we'll go, there's 2 shots, so we'll do the Jen shot first. So Jen hits, Travis hits, they hit together. Wounding on a 3 with Jen. Yes, wounding on a 3 with Travis. No, and I've used a command reroll. Josh has escaped. And he blocks on a 5. Good for you. High 5 all round. Okay, fish people can celebrate here at this point. Well done, well done. That's kept all that damage away. We're saying the other flyer banked around and exposed its underbelly, absorbing the shots coming through to protect the other one. All done for the greater good here. It really is just a great part of an empire. It's a great empire to be part of here. Everyone looking out for each other on the battlefield. But friendships are broken here because targets are being destroyed by the Tyranids, their firepower overwhelming Tau targets. So liking the feel of this game, Tyranids are outnumbered, outgunned, but this relentless swarm is just going to keep coming. So there is a real nastiness to the Tyranids here in this game. So we're starting to see big stuff being brought down by them, which is good to see. It wouldn't make for much of a game if it was just a turkey shoot blowing a Tyranid force away, but it's more of it's going to be an intense fight here as the Tau, which is going to try and keep this tide back for as long as they can to protect the occupants here in the village. So still the main part of the battle's to get underway here. We've still got the super heavies to arrive, the tanks and infantry and so on to arrive on the flanks, and not a moment too soon, because this village is in trouble and air power is struggling here against this Tyranid onslaught. So some of the main guns are fired. We're going to press on with some shooting. There will be some shots coming up from here going after Tau targets, so we'll press on and get this firepower resolved. So there's not much shooting coming here. The heavy venom cannons from 3 Carnifexes firing through. Just 1 wound managed to come through. It's 5s to hit and then 5s to wound against that Barracuda. It's tough enough. Jason passing a couple of saves as well. It's just the 1 come through, which is 3 damage. Just drop it down to 11 wounds on the Barracuda. That shooting phase finished. There's no damage coming through from the Barb Strangler there from the Hive Tyrant. Everything else advanced, out of range and so on. This had to deploy over 24 inches away. So Tentaclids out of range, I think. No, they're not. They are in range. So we're going to go Tentaclids here against the Barracuda. Looking at 3s for hits, -1. 4s. Just the 1. Whatever your evasion is, it's helped. And then we're looking at 4+ anti-vehicle. No, that would have been devastating wounds. All right, so that's failed. I think that's our firepower complete. We'll go on to charges next. We've got winged Hive Tyrants here. We're going to attempt some charges. Right, so charges taking place. We actually rolled a 10 for our charge. So winged Hive Tyrant's gone in against the drone. Was able to reach that, and the other winged Hive Tyrant slammed into the Barracuda, and also the other drone on the left-hand side as well. So we've got a combat now about to kick off. So winged Hive Tyrant, we'll go for the one that's just charged in and try and take out that Remora drone. So we are looking at monstrous scything talons, or tyrant talons. Here we go, 5 attacks. Lean 2s. Okay. Lethal against vehicles.
Toughness 6.
Toughness 6, strength 7. And those 2 come through.
Nice.
So -2 in total on 3 dice.
5s.
1 extra one. 1 other dice as well. It's 5 in total. That's the lethal hit.
Damage.
Damage 2 each time.
+1 extra. The lethal.
Sorry. Yeah, no. Lethal's
He's
just...
he's on 1 left.
it's a 5-win model.
5-win model, yeah.
Got it. Okay, so he's survived.
I don't get that. Why is
It's not over yet.
-1 in close combat?
Monstrous scything talons, because he didn't go for a shooting option. Extra attacks, lean 2s. This is coming in at strength 7 again. 3 more. Ah, the drone's gone, surely. Plucked out of the sky. -2 again.
5s.
Oh, 4 damage in total. Yeah, he's not too bad. If you just go for exclusively close combat weapons, you get 4 attacks or 5 attacks base and an extra 4 on top of that with the same stat line. Strength 7 -2, 2 damage. Extra attacks. Yeah. You can go for the shooting option if you want to. I think Tyrant, not too bad. I guess it's just a drone. I'm going to try and take out the other drone with the other one. Try and strip the little drones away. So 5 attacks base. We'll commit this to a Tyranid ally or a Xenosy friend. Jordan Russell, Eldar. 2s. Okay. 3s. 3 make it through. Blocked on 2 6s for the Tau Empire, and then now come the extra attacks. 2 wounds taken so far. 3s. 2, sorry. That's a lethal. And another 1 wound comes through. It's 2 more saves.
Oh, saves.
And blocked. Well done, well done. Drone survives.
So
Well
he's taken
done.
2, yeah?
Just taken 2, yeah, but lives.
3 left.
Well. All right. So we'll do the attacks back. Not with too much here from these Tau aircraft. Ravenous charged across here, so did the Morlocks. We'll go for Ravener attacks. They've gone into the Krootox Riders. There's 7 attacks each. This is half the attacks here. So I think they start off on 3s. Yeah, they do. So it's 3s. And we're looking at strength 7? No, sorry, we're strength 5.
Toughness 5.
Falls to wound. So there's 5, 9.
Sixes.
Oh, 9 wounds straight up.
How many wounds they got each?
They've got 4 a pop.
Dead. Oh man, shredded. They don't last too long. This village is in trouble. We're gonna have to move real quick here. Okay. Morlock gets 16 attacks. 3s. Where they would struggle against tougher targets like Space Marines and so on. They're hacking through the Kroot here. Strength 8. -2. So you're looking at 2s for kills. That's the end of them. They're gone. They've been butchered. Absolute wipeouts taking place across here. Okay, half the village has now fallen. It's an extermination taking place across here, but this is typical Tyranids. This is the way they operate. They tasted the flesh. The pheromones have been followed here by the Tyranids. Deep striking units just bursting into the village, causing absolute havoc here. Kroot becoming an endangered species quite quickly here in this game, and this tide hurtling across the board here, taking on whatever targets are in their way. End of turn here for the Tyranids. It's been impressive enough. So Tyranid turn 2 comes to an end. Now is the time for reinforcements to arrive. Is there anything else to resolve? I think that's pretty much it. All right. So some of the air power has survived. That can bank off to whatever direction and go off the board. I think that's what we're going to do, and then we'll see it come back again later on in the game. So we'll move on to the second turn of the game for the Tau. Their reserves will arrive. It'll be the units that are on the ground, so the big Titans and so on. The Hammerheads will arrive on the board. And then in their back pocket, the Tower Commanders do have a large Manta Strike available with a combined force from Commander Shadow Sun and Farsight himself as well. But ground forces to arrive next here to try and alleviate the desperate situation here in this Kroot village. Turn 2 for the Tower coming up next. All right, so turn 2 for the Tower. Things are looking a bit hairy for the Kroot and their Tower allies previously, but now the tides have turned. Tau firepower, Tau might turns up onto the battlefield. There is a bristling array of guns ready to shoot some bugs. So a few records have been broken. I think this is the largest Tau force we've ever seen on the channel. 2 Taunars here, 8 Hammerheads that have pushed their way through the woods here and have lined this entire ridge. So running from one end to the next. Jason's adds Hammerhead, my 4, including Long Strike, and then Josh's 3 across here. Some units have advanced. They're making their way towards the village to reinforce the centre of the board. Remember, there are still Tyranid units in there to try and eradicate here 2 squads of Raveners and the Morlock, fresh from slaughtering Kroot warriors. So just in the nick of time, Tau units arrive. Pathfinders across here, Ghost Kill here. We'll cover this flank. This is Josh's side here. I've sort of filtered in my units to support on both flanks. Skyrim missile defense ships here, Josh's Taunar. We've gone a move. What we're doing is doing a movement, and if you want to, an advance move as well to push further in, just for this scenario. Just a 4-inch move, rolled well for advance, so we're pushed up here. It's going to act like a big hinge. The idea in the game is to try and swing this around and then connect up with Jason's tide wall across the other side and close the gate, and to create a literal wall here of defense against this Tyranid invasion. Storm Surges fighting side by side, so there's 2 of them across here. I've packed out the ranks of the shield wall, or the tide wall here with my own Fire Warrior units. There's a Cadre Fireblade here. Josh's Cadre Fireblade is here. Riptide across here. Then broadsides, advanced move maybe those to not be shooting this turn. Josh's broadsides have turned up just here. There's a Devilfish with the Breachers making a dash here for the village. And then around the other side of the board, it's quite close, so we're going to try and keep the Tyranid tide back because the gap's not too far. Now I'll just rotate around the board so you can see the view the Tyranids have now with the tower reinforcements that have arrived. Then across here, the tide ball, I brought on the broadsides here in support. Another Storm Surge turning up across here. Riptide advancing through. Breacher teams pushing through, advancing. 2 Ghost Kills have turned up. We neglected to move the Kroot. I think we were distracted by other stuff going on. This squad's moved back behind the building to lend some firepower support. These will hold. The Fire Warriors will hold across here as well. The Tower, they're intense to link up here. So hopefully we'll see a linking up process taking place as the Tower try and provide some protection here for the village. Riptide, Ghost Tide pushing through. There's stealth units moving through. A couple of Tetras have turned up here. Pathfinders here as well. And again, just to show you the view that the hammerheads have across the board. Their guns out of range, would you believe? Range 72 falls to about here for their hour guns. So their intent is to pick at targets as they emerge closer towards the village. And then the drone has spun around, dropping out of close combat, heading across in this direction. That's movement done for the tower. Guns primed and ready here. They can select their targets and commence firing. I appreciate the weapons on this thing, getting ready to shoot. So there are smart missile systems, they're buried in here.
Under the burst cannons?
Yeah, and then burst cannons stacked there as well. Then, what's this?
That's the fragmentation launcher. That comes part of the heavy rail cannon array.
Okay.
And then you've got the tri-axis iron on each arm.
On each arm. Wow, it's bristling with guns. We'll do an Imperial game, don't you worry. we'll have James back.
Coming for you, James.
I've noticed one thing about today's game. It's been so quiet. no mindless bellowing going on. Much more civilized here in this game. But anyway, that's the weapons available in this thing. Jason's just allocating firepower. He's not going to bother marker lighting up targets here. He's just going to split fire all around, going in multiple different directions. So the biggest gun on the channel, I think it's broken the record, it's going to fire on one of the biggest models we've had on the channel. So I don't know, actually. We've had some Titans and stuff. So height-wise, no. But gun-wise, yeah. The biggest, the longest, for sure. So in sweet revenge, the Tyranid that shot down the Tiger Shark, Jason's going to fire at that with the main gun. He's allocated all the other firepower, which is going off in all different directions. So one by one, we'll work our way through these guns. We should get a good exhibition of what this thing can do.
I can reroll ones because Shadow Sun is down here.
He's taking the Dan C dice here. It's Tower player.
One hit.
One hit, one miss.
One.
And you re-rolled the one because...
Shadow Sun.
Oh, Shadow Sun's turned up. Right, she's now taken personal command of this defence.
He also has an ability.
There's something under that village. Can't just be a village. There's something going on there. The tower. Why would the tower... It's just a village. Why would the tower send all of this stuff? So there's something there.
But anyway. Strength 26.
Okay. 2s to wound against a Tyranid. Goes through.
-5, 16 damage.
Take it off. Wow. Does it detonate? It does not. But, whoa, one shot, one kill on a Tyranid. You don't see that happen very often. It will come back. The Tyranids will continue this firepower. Rupture cannons are very dangerous indeed, as we've seen, and they will return in this particular scenario.
So
2d6 plus 7 shots.
10. Come on, boy. Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay, Jason's going to command reroll the number of shots. So what weapon are we looking at here?
This is the
arms.
fragmentation shell.
Or the fragmentation shells,
on
yeah.
the shoulder.
Okay.
It's going into them.
Going into those raveners across there.
6 plus 7, 13 shots.
Okay. And your base ballistic skill is 4?
Yeah.
It's still 4. Well. Okay. So if you are up against some kind of Imperial Titan, you just launch everything into it and then get your marker light bonuses and so on.
So you're re-rolling ones.
Rerolling ones.
Forced to hit, rerolling ones. This is the Dan C dice for the whole of the firepower from this thing. Okay, so plenty of miss. Some hits have come through though. Toughness 5. Strength 6. 3s to wound.
3 wounds, -1, 1 damage.
-1. Blocked 1. 1 damage.
Only 1.
2 wounds taken. All right. Ravenous surviving that one.
2, 3, 4 smart missile systems.
Okay.
Going into the same guys. It's not indirect, so I can see them.
Correct. 4s again. No 1s.
Just not getting through.
Strength 5. What's strength for you?
Strength 5.
Yeah. Toughness 5. 3 wounds.
3.
Fouled all of those. 3 wounds taken, so it's model removed, and the 2 wounds can just stay on. And just take a model off, it doesn't matter. Yeah, okay.
What's their toughness?
Toughness 5.
I don't think it's worth. And what's their wounds per model?
3 wounds each.
Well, I've charged both arms.
Overcharging both arms.
D6 plus 3, because it's blasts, D6 plus 4. So it's 2D6 plus 8 shots.
Okay. 7.
7 plus 8 is 15. 10. 2 more, please. Thank you. Fours. Three to wound, strength 8.
Yep, 3 to win.
You won from those.
You didn't.
Nice, this is looking better.
-3, 3 damage.
Nothing I can do. Take them off. Oh dear.
And
All of a sudden that's removed.
2 headless rolls. Fine.
Okay, efficient shooting. Well done. Burst cannons and smart missiles. Range of the bursts. Yeah,
Everything else is shot into those. He's obviously taking that out.
looking good.
Next.
Okay, that's that unit fired. Not too bad at all. Some revenge across here, and then ultimately destroying the Revenant unit. Right, Josh has made his mind up here, finally what he's going to shoot at. Spoilt for choice with firepower from this thing. It is equipped differently. Smart missile systems, burst cannons across here, but then we have some different weapons, which Josh will name for us what they are.
Pulse Ordnance Multi-Driver first.
This one, the triple thing on top.
The triple thing on top. Yeah.
And then these two weapons look different to each other, the ones on the arms.
Yeah, so one's a Fusion Eradicator, which is the one on the left, which is that one, and that's a Trixis fusion gun.
Traxxas iron gun. Fascinating. Didn't know you could get so many different combinations of this thing. Okay.
So it's the with the what do you call it?
Traxxas.
No, Pulse Ordnance. Pulse Ordnance. So the Pulse Ordnance is going into those Gene Stealers at the back.
These ones?
Those ones, yeah.
All right, that's an immediate threat here because of the stretch that they can do. Okay.
So it's 8 shots.
8, 16, 24.
24, so I need 4 more dice.
So this is all going onto the Michael Fryer Patronic dice. Okay. All the firepower from this thing.
B4s.
It's got anti-infantry 2+.
So forced to hit and then
Forced to hit into 2 swings.
4s fits. Tau must unite with their firepower and be highly disciplined with their shooting because they've got to keep this tide back. It's going to come up thick and fast and be constantly replenished. So Tau got to coordinate their firepower really well.
Twos to kill.
Okay.
No, you got invuln.
There's invuln save. We're 2 wounds each as well. So what?
3
damage.
3 damage.
Whoa, right, okay. 13.
Yeah.
5 up invulnerable saves. We'll keep a couple of models alive by the looks of it here. Yeah, well, no, wiped out to a man. Right, so 1 model remains. That's just this one here, but blasting a hole in the Tyranid line.
D6 plus 3, which is 4, so 7.
7 shots. Which weapon is this one?
That's the Trixis Ion Cannon.
This one?
Yeah.
And that's going into the Raveners?
Nope, into
No, it's going into the Morlock.
Right, so it is hitting on 4. And then
Just the one comes through.
Just the one. Strength 9.
Yeah, toughness 10.
No.
No! Ooh, no
And
damage.
check. And of course.
So how many mortal wounds is that? 3?
Should I command point that?
You can't.
Don't think you
no,
can. No.
You can't, can you?
Oh dear. Dented pride here. Self-inflicted damage. 3 mortal wounds? I think it's 3.
3.
Right.
Yeah.
How many wounds does it have? What's its total?
30.
30. Dropping down to 27 wounds left. Okay. So we've fired this one. And this one.
No, that one's out of range.
Out of range, is it?
Yeah, all the other ones are out
Okay,
of range.
right. So firepower's finished with him. Okay, we'll move on. More firepower to come. So all 3 of us have got hammerheads here. Jason's got 1. I've got 4. Josh has got 3. So we're going to go for split fire with these. Railgun shots are going to go into the winged hive turrets to bring them down. Range 72. Can just about reach. The seeker missiles, not as long as we thought. I thought they were 72, but actually 48. So we're going to split and they're going to go into there. We're going to work our way through these.
So, seek missile.
Off they go. Needing 3s. You can use that reroll now if you want to.
Use it on the brow.
Save it. Fine.
So, wounded.
It's going to be a wound. I'll try and block this one on a 6. No. D6 plus 1. So 4 wounds straight away onto the Morlock. Here comes the railgun shot. It does hit. No, it doesn't because she moved.
I'm going to
Not heavy.
He's inbuilt reroll, isn't he?
3 reroll. Needing 4 plus. Oh, Empire. How Empire hit. Okay.
Between the eyes.
Now, strength on this thing is...
Railgun.
Can't remember what the railgun is.
20.
Toughness 9. 2's to wound. Right, we'll take a 4 plus invulnerable save. We'll pick a friend to try and keep us alive will turn to the Thousand Suns. The artist fallen as Veej. 4+ invulnerable saves to keep this flyer going. No, and I'll use the command reroll now. No.
D6 plus 6. 8.
Okay, 8 wounds caused. Just the 2 wounds remain. So we'll move on to my hammerhead, I guess. Jason can carry on with it, that's fine.
Do you want to spot with the marker lights here?
Tetras.
Tetras, because he gets reroll hit rolls.
Go ahead, if you want to use one. Go ahead, yeah, we'll use one up.
So we use that on the same guy, just get rid of him?
Yes, so we're not going to split one with this then. It's going to be a single shot coming through.
So we're not using the... So you roll, because it's your to...
No, I'm Tyranids, that's fine.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
so
happy enough.
Be 2 of them, yeah?
Yep. So 1 shot coming through.
3. Hits.
That's a hit. 2s for the wound.
That's a wound.
Nice and straightforward. The artist formerly known as Veej says... Oh, he's not in the mood for helping Tyranids. Oh, you're dead, yeah, okay.
D6 plus 6, just see what we do. Another 8. Does he explode?
Doesn't explode. All right, so flyer brought down here. Winged Hive Tyrant evaporates. What we're doing is we're just assembling the casualties back on the edge here. It's easier for movement. We know they're coming on, but they don't exist yet. They're not be shot at.
So he got seeker missiles?
He does. So split here.
Everything into...
Oh, not splitting. And a Tetris guidance. So great. 3s on a single railgun shot.
This is the seeker missiles first.
Okay.
And I won't use reroll, so...
Try and wound.
Wound.
Now, you can reroll it if you want to, or you can save it for the railgun.
No, I'll save the railgun.
Railgun shot in 3.
Save the railgun. So railgun hits.
Okay, thanks to the Tetris. Wounds.
-5.
Straight through, no invuln save this time.
D6 plus 6.
2 and 6 is 8.
Oh, I'm going to come on reroll that. We're going to have to bring him down, I think. I mean, we've got other shots, but...
3, no. Down to 1 wound left. Oh dear. Okay, so dropping down to 1 wound. Hitting on 3s because it was marker lighted up and firing everything at the same target. It's not split firing. The next hammerhead along is Longstrike himself, so he'll be starting on 3s to hit.
But he won't get the benefit because he's not the guided unit.
No, he's not. No. Yeah,
So
so he'll be starting on 3s. And he gets something here, Armor Hunter, so you make an attack that targets a monster vehicle, add 1 to the hit roll. So
3s.
you're hitting on 2s.
So 2 against him.
Yeah. 2s to hit.
Oh!
Hit. 2s to wound. Wounded. Dead.
Dead.
Target destroyed. Does it detonate here? Railgun's making short work of these Tyranid monsters. But once again, we assemble them at the back just to keep the intensity of this Tyranid attack going. Deep Strikers will continue to... It's going to look like a rabbit warren after this game, I think, this village with the Tyranid stuff turning up. But just to show you the intensity of the Tyranid assault, that it really is going to come in thick and fast here. So, moving on, we've got Hammerhead number 2. Hammerhead number 2 didn't get blessed in the command phase because they came on later on, but he's going to be guided in by one of the Tau units, so he's going to hit on a 3. Single shot with a railgun. Hits, wounds, 4+ invulnerable save. No. 6! Oh, trouble. I think that is big trouble.
Wounds.
And you're dead anyway, because you've caused...
Oh, yes,
No, sorry.
That's just wound. That's just damage, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
damage
wound
of
6.
3,
It's
6,
just
9, D3 mortal wounds, dead. Yeah, target destroy. 1 shot, 1 kill. Tava.
Does he lash out?
Yeah, he might go mad. No, he doesn't. Okay. They're all dying quite sensibly today.
How would we? No.
I'd love to know what the damage is if this thing explodes.
It's pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
I think it's D6 plus 6.
So we've got hammerheads across here. These are Josh's, 3 of those. They're going to go for 1 shot, 1 kills. They can just about reach these lead carnifexes across here. This is a Sam Hermes shot coming through. This is from that hammerhead just on the crest of the hill. It's going after this carnifex across here. Looking for a 3. Looking for a 2. Now you've got your built-in reroll. Just about. Gosh, running tight on this one. AP minus 5. What is it now? Yeah, it is minus 5.
Yeah.
I'm in the open, so there's nothing I can do.
Okay, D6 plus 6.
6 and D3. They changed it. It is D6 plus 6.
It's D6 plus 6.
Gotcha, yeah. It used to be D3, D6 plus...
D3 plus 3 mortal wounds plus 3.
Yeah.
It's plus
But
6.
it's straight up
or
12.
Something like that, yeah.
So evaporation here, carnifex picked off by the railgun. It's an extreme railgun range. The next one, targets are marker lighted up here, so looking for a 3.
3 again.
Nicholas Lucas firepower now coming through. Going to the 1 shot, 1 kill. 2 comes through. Damage. can't stop it here. That's 8 wounds. And I think a regular Carnifex may be 10. It's an 8 wound model. So it is destroyed. And they do detonate. Another one did detonate across here. So we're going to put some more steadily demise of 1. So mortal wounds have been distributed. All right, so Carnifex is being brought down. Those removed from play. Mortal wounds have been distributed all over the place here. It was destroyed right in the heart of the Tyranid advancing force. So, as mentioned earlier on, these units are lined up at the back. These Carnifexes, they won't be starting at the back here. They can start along with the main line as long as they're over 24 inches away. So they'll start higher up the board here. So it won't be such of a long distance for them to go. The returning recycled units will start higher and higher up the table as long as this line keeps pushing forwards. The big incentive for the Tyranids is to rush forwards, get as far ahead as possible, and then the returning reserves, as fast as the tower can kill them, will return higher up the board just to keep the intensity going here in this game. There's one railgun left. It's just about in range across here. I'm finally going to play the stratagem, so we're going to grant her a 5+ feel no pain to try and reduce the damage coming through against her. So that's going to cost me a CP. One shot, needing a 3. She's been marker lighted up. And that is a hit. That is a wound on a 6, and it's devastating. So, so that 6 is devastating wounds, and now we need to know what the damage is, which is a 3 + 6, so 9 in total. We'll feel no pain these. And we block a load. So actually, with the stratagem, the damage is 5 in total. So Tervagon survived that damage, not too bad. Drop it down to 10 wounds left in total. We'll press on with the firepower here. So much of the long-range firepower taking place. Picking off targets quite comfortably here for the tower. We'll press on, more firepower to come. Right, we've finished firepower. The guys are going to help me out here. This fired and finished off the warriors across here. Cluster rocket systems firing through. Wiped out the last gene stealer across here. And then cut a swathe through these Hormagaunts. Then...
He's shot at the...
Yes, firepower from this with the pulse driver cannon coming through. It's causing more damage here against the Tervagon, but she survived. Just 1 wound left, multiple shots coming through. There's also seeker missiles coming through from broadsides hitting her, but in total, almost destroying, but still 1 wound left. And then across here, gene stealers took some hits. That came from the high yield missile pods from here. Seeker missiles went across to go against the Tervagon. Cluster rocket system from here also went into gene stealers, helping to reduce wounds down, and that's it. So firepower's complete. Swathes have been cut for sure, but a lot of tower firepower does find itself out of range. So much of the swarm is still intact, but they have gone after monsters here. Flyers have been removed. The threat against the village has been dealt with efficiently by the tower, and these units, as you see here, line themselves up to come back onto the boards. The swarm will continue. We've come to the end of turn 2. The tower have no charges and would not desire to charge into Tyranids either, so they're happy just to hold the line here. There's a healthy gap for sure now has been created. Village has been temporarily secured. Immediate threats have been removed, but Tyranids can recycle their deep strike units. This continuous threat from underground will carry on, and then we're going to see the tide lurch ahead once again. One more turn pushing forwards. After that, we're potentially looking at charges, so tower need to watch themselves here. If the Tyranids get in amongst the tower, then this fireworks display could come to an early end. We'll see what happens. We'll press on to Tyranid turn 3 coming up next. Right, so Tyranid turn 3. Huge surge from the Tyranids, and the way the reserves rules are working out, I think it's fitting. It's much better. It's much fairer for the Tyranids. They really are getting a stronger surge coming through compared to other games that we've played. So I'm going to go through all the movement here, but Hormagaunts can advance and charge. So 5s and 6s being rolled. So potential charges can take place already. So this unit's pushed up here, a 15-inch move that's swung around the corner. Carnifexes have surged around here as well. Advanced moves being made. So they've made it to here. Other units following up. This is a Tyranifex that's turned up from reserve. So with the rules, we're playing that you have to deploy 24 inches away from an enemy unit. You then can make your move. So she's then pushed up a bit further and made it to here. So getting better range deeper into the tower line. So Tyranifex is available. Tower have not elected to use any kind of overwatch here yet this turn. Trigons have arrived from Deep Strike. Fresh reserves coming in to go for the potential charge here against this Riptide. Then Carnifex is coming back from reserve. So starting 24 inches away, they're making the move in advance. it's 24 inches is good. It means no charges can take place. Even the winged hive tyrant starting 24 inches back, making a 12-inch move, and then they count really as just over 12 inches away. So it's impossible for them to try and make a charge. But they're getting this surge here, this push forwards. As long as they can keep their line pushing forwards, then they can go deeper towards the tower. So part of the tower policy is just to drive the Tyranid front line back, keep destroying stuff to stop the respawn from happening too close to their lines. But it's difficult enough because Deep Strike is just going to turn up anyway. So we've seen a Morlock arrive here. I'm going to distribute some mortal wounds in just a moment. Raveners have found a gap in the line here, as the gap's not quite been closed between the tower lines, so it's turned up there to push, potentially, if they get their charge, up the hill and deeper into the tower line. Then across the other side, movement and advances taking place with Tyranid units. Geniuses flooding through here and making it right to this point here. They're not be able to charge. They used to be able to advance and charge, not anymore. The drone's able to make a move in response. That's been done and pulled back further in this direction. Hormigaunt stretching themselves, almost tripping over each other to try and get into the village here. And I reckon it's possible. It looks like a 10-inch charge will get them in amongst the Kroot here. So the village is in jeopardy at this point in the game. So it's not easy going here for the tower. As we can see, this Tyranid line is moving fast up the board, and its units are being constantly replenished here. This is truly an unending swarm. So potentially exciting turn here for the Tyranids if they can get some decent shooting done with their Carnifexes or Tyranifexes alive, and then potentially some tasty charges for them as well. We'll shoot at the Storm Surge. We are out of range by about 4 inches of the town are, so it escapes this time. But if the Tyranids can keep their respawn high up the board, they will find range later on. So we'll go for 2 shots against this one. Dave Humphries with the shot. In 3s because we moved. Come on. Come on, reroll. 2 hits come through. Now get these wounds. We're looking at 3s to win. Double 6. Right, invuln save required here on this Storm Surge. It's been hit by the Rupture Cannon here. I don't think it's devastating wounds for the Tyrannifex. I very much think it is not. It isn't. Strength 18 though. -4. So we're looking at 4 up invulnerable saves.
Yes.
Passed and passed for the Tower Empire. Oh, what would the damage have been? Love to know.
A lot.
9 and 9. That would have been 18 wounds. 18 wounds that would have been. God, that would have been horrific. But the invulnerable save holds for that shield. Tower technology saves the day. The next one, Rupture Cannon across there. We'll zoom in so you can see. So Rupture Cannon from here. It's going to fire across the board. It does have range 48 and it's going to go into the Riptide just across the other side of the table. So 2 shots. We'll commit this to a Xenos Sympathizer. Michael Gemin. 2 shots and in 4s. And in 3s, actually. Oh, no. Missed and missed. That's it. So firepower from that complete. There is a bit more firepower to come, but that's the 2 main guns erupting just there. We'll press on, though. We'll resolve the rest of the firepower here for the Tyranids. Shooting phase is finished for the Tyranids. Quite cheeky from them. Nibbling going on here at the edges. So down to 1 wound left on the Tide War across here. That was firepower coming in from these, picked off a wound, but the main damage came through from warriors with their venom cannons, and then heavy venom cannons firing through from Carnifexes as well. Tentaclids caused trouble firing down here. Also, the Hive Tyrant himself, remember he's got the assault ability, and he's granting it to units nearby, so he's shooting whilst he advances. He's fired upstairs and picked off 2 of the Tower Fire Warriors just on top there. It's 2 of them slain. From that squad, and then across the other side of the board, nibbling at the edges taking place again. Exocrine with its firepower destroying the end of this Tide Wall completely, removing it from play. And there we've smoked it up here just for effect on the board, and then one of the Fire Warriors was slain as well for a desperate escape test, is it called, or just a disembarkation?
You don't need to do that anymore.
You don't need to? Oh, right, okay, so no casualties. No casualties taken. All right, but that's smoked up at the end of the board there. Tyranids trying to eat away at the flanks here of this tower force. Not too bad for firepower from them. Some effective moments for them on the table. We resolved this as well, by the way. 3 mortal wounds across here. Escaped. Got caught out. 3 wounds caused on this. 1 mortal wound caused across here as well. Shooting phase is finished. Charges Yeah, there's a charge across here, double charge across here from these two Trigons going in. Overwatch.
I don't think Trigons make it in. I think save the Overwatch if the Hormigans. If the Trigons don't get in, then we'll Overwatch.
He's going to blow them away. Yeah, they're going to blow them away. Okay, we'll pick on a Raycross. The Tyranids are angry. And they sense blood here. So we'll go for the first one. Come on. 9-inch charge. Come on, reroll. No. And the last one. No.
Now we use
Overwatch.
What they've done is they've saved Overwatch for this charge across here, which has now been declared. And we'll go for the charge. And it's a 6, so it's not going to go ahead. But you can still Overwatch, of course.
Okay.
Overwatch resolved. Slayed or brought down 4 of those, so good Overwatch firepower, and kept from making contact as well. The charge did not go ahead. The super stretchy 10-inch charge across there with the Hormagaunts flooding through to go after Kroot warriors. No, they've escaped as well, and that's it for charges. No, it's not. Sorry. This one into the broadsides. It goes ahead. Oh boy! All of a sudden, Morlocks made it in. Yeah, we've got Raveners. They'll set upon the stealth team. Doesn't go ahead. Right, so just the one charge taking place. Okay, so Morlock's gone in. We've got the distensible jaw, which is an extra attack. Why not? That does hit. Strength 5, doesn't wound. Okay. It's anti-infantry, but not against infantry. They're actually vehicles. And then we've got the 16 attacks. So these are vagabond attacks here. We're looking at, well, 6 is actually really good. Now, we get 2. So those are lethals. And we're looking at 3s. With strength 8. Broadsides.
Toughness 6.
Toughness 6, 3s to wound. All of a sudden, the Warlock's not too bad. Just 1 damage.
Yeah.
But 8 wounds have been caused. Bit of a nip here with AP -2. 8 saves -2. This drone's been taken in the unit, so it'll boost the wounds.
So 4s.
Yeah, 4.
Oh!
Total of 6.
6.
Ouch. All right, there's a mortal wound on there as well from the attack that came through when the Warlock burst up. So 7 wounds taken in total. So total wounds remaining is 3 on this one, thanks to the drones. It's shield drones. It's 2 shield drones each. Well, 5 shield drones in total. One of them's carrying the marker drones, so it is 3 wounds remaining on this model. A wound caused in return in close combat, so down to 13 wounds left for the Warlock. Tough enough, just taking the 1 wound. So that's combat's resolved, and the turn comes to an end. Big question now for the tower: can they drive this line back? This is their chance to do it. If they don't, then this surge is going to get deeper and deeper into Tau territory. And this village at this stage is by no means secure. We're going to Tau turn 3. Coming up next. All right, so I left the room temporarily. We've left it to these 2 Tau players, and they've gone hyper-aggressive here against the Tyranids. They're going for, what's it called? The killing blow. There's a Tau. The Montka. The killing blow here against the Tyranids. So, we'll come back to that in just a moment. There's a deep strike taking place. Air power's come back on. So, Tiger Shark arriving just here. Barracuda's turned up with its wounds, but still alive. So, air support coming in. You can imagine the aircraft swinging, banking round, and then coming in for another swooping attack across here. So a kink in the line, so bending round with this. Some units pushing forwards, but range now for weapons. Now that the Tyranids have surged forwards, much of the tower firepower will be available. Hammerheads maintain their position on the ridge. Plenty of targets for their railguns now with range 72. They really can see deep into the Tyranid line. Then I guess we'll cover this now. So Farsight leading the way, the aggressive tower commander that he is. He's been joined by an alliance of crisis battlesuit teams, along with this Forge World model. The Avara battlesuits arrived. So Josh's stuff's turned up here with his commander on the extreme left-hand side. One of my teams across here, another one. Commander Ghost tied as well. This great alliance here of crisis battlesuit commanders working together have landed by deep strike along the back line here, catching the Tyranids in a fish sandwich. Oh, what's this? Yvara's deep strike into here as well, trying to plug the gap. Then across here, units continuing to push forward, just bending around with this. and then a flood of units pushing forwards in this direction. So their intent is to blow a hole so wide in this Tyranid force that there'll be no recovery from it, to cut a great swathe in this part of the Tyranid advance. We'll see if they can do it. This could be the killing blow here against the Tyranids. So we're just talking about this narratively, the way this could work. Perhaps the tower commanders waiting via man to strike have seen a gap in the line for the Tyranids. Perhaps there's waves of Tyranids coming through. This first wave has pushed through to here. We're playing this 24-inch reserves rule. So now these have landed here. I measure 24 inches in this direction. I'm too close, and 24 inches across here. I can't bring in reserves. So perhaps the tower have managed, with firepower, to cut out and isolate the first wave of the Tyranids here. And you can imagine Tyranids perhaps pushing through further in this direction, coming across. The battle suits, after they deal with this, would then start a fallback move, firing as they go. So very narrative. You can very much imagine this taking place. Yeah. Another way you can think it is that the Mantas have provided suppressing fire. They've actually cut a swathe in the line and then dropped the battle suits down. So I can imagine the tower doing that, cold and calculating with their firepower. And that's, I think, what we're seeing just here. So they're going to try and deal with this front line here, which, remember, has been reinforced heavily by the Tyranids. They've recycled pretty much everything. But Tau are going to try and cut a huge swathe through this, try and cripple this Tyranid attack. If they do, they will save the village, and they'll do so in style. Dangerous Rhine has been selected. We're going to Josh's Storm Surge across here. It is going to be guided in. It's going to fire everything it has. It's remained stationary as well, and it's going to direct all of its firepower against this Trigon across here. So I think you need twos. You get +1 to ballistic skill and then +1 to the hit rolls for heavy. 2 hits come through.
Straight 24. Okay.
2s to wound. Oh no, 1 doesn't come through.
It's not devastating, but it's -6, 12 damage.
So a 2+ to destroy it, basically. A 2+ will kill this.
Yeah.
There you go. Target destroyed. Deadly demise. Oh boy, that's efficient killing. Yeah, gone. Creature's gone. Super quick. I go straight into a repetition with this one. Same setup. Guided in. Sat still. Same weapon. So you're going for the focus beam, is it called? I think range 24. Going in against here. 2s for hits. This is Chris Heim firepower. 2 hits do come through. Just need 2 2s. 6 and 5. Gone. Target destroyed. Oh boy. Man. When they destroy stuff, they do it in style here. Oh boy. James will be rolling around the floor crying at this stage. This is your Vara across here. So what weapon are you shooting?
This is the Fletcher pod.
Okay.
It's strength 3 to force to wound.
Okay.
2 wounds. No AP, 1 damage.
This is on
The Horn.
Oh my god, 6s to block. There you go, double 6. Strangest thing.
He's now going to go into his phased plasma famer, which is an instant 10 hits.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Which is 10 now. Strength 6, -1, 1 damage. 2s to kill.
2s to kill. Straight onto the winding. 1's fouled, 11 casualties. Ouch, that cuts a swathe through those Hormagaunts.
That's 9.
Do you get a save of 6? 1. So 8 casualties.
And the last one's 3.
Yeah, the last weapon here from this thing.
So it's
Good choice for clearing units. It's cutting its way through these infantry fast.
5, 6. Hitting on 3.
Okay.
Strength.
We must
7.
remember sustained now, aren't we? Because we've moved
yes.
into the next phase. 2s to wind.
That's -1, 2 damage.
What's it called? Koyan.
Koyan.
Got it.
Yeah.
AP minus
-1, 2 damage. It's 4.
6s. There's 2 6s. So 8 and 2, 10 casualties. Yeah, it's the same type of battle suit here. The Yavara.
Yeah.
Which one? There's a 20 here and there's a 20 here.
I'll do everything into
that
20.
one there, yeah, okay. Tower trying to extinguish the Tyranid units here.
Marks or?
Yeah, I'll mark him with that.
I think the tower trying to send a message here on the channel as well that they are an apocalyptic force to be reckoned with. I think that's what we're seeing here.
Okay, so
The birth of a new empire. A galactic empire.
no 3s. Sustained hits is
Yes.
Well remembered, yeah.
2.
a sustained 2. Thank you.
Sustained 2.
Yeah, because he's been marked.
Oh, right, yeah. Good for you.
Strength 5.
Oh, then 3s. Yeah, 6 make it through.
6.
Minus.
No minus.
Oh, right, okay. So we can try and survive. on 5s and 6s. We do block 1, so 5 casualties taken. So for casualties, we're using trays. Well, dinner trays. Okay, so the options are crab or fish on today's menu.
It's wound on 2s.
So all wounded.
Yeah.
And it's -1.
What a good weapon.
1 damage.
1 damage. Yeah.
All right, 6s to block. Block 2, but another 8 casualties taken from that squad. So we'll
Then you've got your charge cannon.
add these to the tray.
+1 blast. So 8.
This is the next weapon.
Hit on 3s. Heading on.
I have to say, I mean, Games Workshop, they've got a Tau. You think they're updated, but there's a lot of gaps to the Tau. Imagine this as a plastic model.
Go back in.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so it's those 2.
No, you've got two extras there. You've got 2 6s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Which
sustained
means
2.
you get 4 more dice.
Yeah.
So the 2s that you rolled already.
Yeah, grab 2. Or my
All right.
my Tau dice.
I wasn't going mad.
2s to wound. Except 1.
That's a great.
Cock dice, no problem.
-1, 2 damage.
6s, that's the wipeout. Okay, so add them to the tray. Tau trying to cut a hole through here.
Strength 10, -2, 4 damage.
1 Patreon left. We'll use them now. It's Valhalla Field Marshal Robert here, a diehard Imperial Fist player. For this one, it's going to be the Storm Surge, remain stationary. It has to go at the dispersed range here because it's 30 inches away. 6 shots, needing 2s. Sustained. Add them 2 back in. Oh, that's mad.
Strength 10.
Yep.
3s to wound. I'll just check. A regular Carnifex. We're toughness 9.
-4.
3 saves and 6
Yeah,
plus.
It's -2, isn't it?
-2.
Mm,
4 damage.
yeah, 8 damage. I think that's enough to bring 1 Carnifex down. Oh, yeah, it's 8 wounds. So model removed from play. Yep. And no deadly damage. Just rolled there off camera. So 1 Carnifex brought down. As Destroy Missile, everything's been allocated to that Carnifex Brood. So you can, Josh can keep firing here. As a wound. Minus on the Destroy Missile.
Destroy missiles, -4.
6 up. No.
D6 plus 2 damage.
1. Come on, reroll. Do it now. Yeah, we'll use it now. 2. 4 wounds taken.
4 damage, yeah.
Okay. Cluster rocket systems fired. Got a good number of wounds. 2 failed saves, dropping down to 2 wounds left on that Carnifex. So that firepower can continue coming in because it is a brood of 2. All right, so firepower from this is going to split. It's allocated all over the board here, so Jason can take this away. This is going into the Norn assimilator.
Sustained hits.
2 hits and sustained. Add an extra 2. Oh, that's a dream come true. Oh. Okay.
2s to wound.
2s to wound.
Wow. So that's
All wounded.
16 times 4.
40.
Oh, this thing doesn't have the invuln save, I don't think, the Norn assimilator.
See,
No. So do your worst.
64 damage.
Sorry?
64 damage.
Okay, right. Does it explode?
It should do.
Nearly. Okay. 64 damage. That was the big gun, the record-breaking gun on the channel. Right, okay. Well done. Norn assimilator removed from play. That's Midnight Miniatures as well, one of the Autarchs.
That would destroy a Warhammer Titan.
Oh, yeah. I need to get one. Okay. Tau sending out a challenge. There's no doubt about it. James will be watching this in fear.
It's both arms into them and they're going to overcharge.
Yes.
It's a unit of 11, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's D6
Plus 2. 2d6 plus 10 shots. This is going after Gene Stealers here. Whoa,
20
whoa.
shots.
20 shots. Nice. If you get a heap of 6s, there'll be all sorts of extra hits coming through. Now remember, stuff's firing from across here. We've still got all this Crisis Battlesuit units to fire as well. Okay. Rerolling 1s because of Commander Shadow Sun over on that flank.
2 sustained.
Okay, so add an extra 4 in. Rerolling 1s.
That's a hit. So, that many hits.
Yeah, that's good.
Strength 8.
What damage is this weapon?
3.
Oh, it's a Gene Stealer killer.
So 3 to wound. Or 2 to wound.
Toughness What?
I think, for
Gene
Gene
Stealers? Yeah, I don't think they're toughness 5.
well, this is strength 9 because I've overcharged it.
Yep, we are strength, toughness 4.
2s.
2s. All right.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Minus 3, 3 damage.
Yeah. Fives and sixes to block. It's a noble weapon. It's not too bad, but it is gonna wipe the Gene Stealers and leave the Broodlord. I think it's the situation now, unless I've already taken casualties on that squad.
No, you haven't. No.
All right. So yeah, wipes the squad.
It's that one. Isn't it?
10. Yes. It's,
Yeah, leaves the Broodlord.
It's round here.
I think the safest model on the table are the Lictors because because they're lone operators, they can't be seen. But everything else here is a target. Yeah, there's holes, there's gaps starting to open up here as we're watching the Tyranids wither away here with the might of the tout. Smart missile systems just picked off a couple more Gene Stealers. That's their firepower complete. Is that big thing done? That's all? It's firepower complete. Right. Okay, that one's finished. Okay. Yeah, not too bad. The Skyray missile defense ship. This one across here is going to go into the Hive Crone, prime target. It's a target that can fly, so we'll be re-rolling our hit rolls. The target's been lit up here, and so we are looking at, well, 3s by the looks of it. So yeah, 4s plus 1, that's it. So looking for 3s. It's re-rollable though. And oh boy, oh. 4.
Another 4.
I'm just rolling up here because it's my unit. Okay, and then we are looking at strength 14. So 3s to wound. You can reroll a single one of these for the targeting array. Doesn't help. These are AP minus 3. Hive Crone. I wonder if it's kept a 3 up. So it used to be 4 plus. Yeah, so we get 6s. We block 2. 3 make it through. So it's going to be 3d6 plus 3 damage. It's tasty enough, there's no doubt about it. And it's a good enough roll. It's looking like 11 damage plus 3, 14. And I've got a sneaking suspicion it's a 12 wound model. That's 1 shot, 1 kill. Talva from the Skyray missile defense ship, doing its job exceptionally well. Hive Crone destroyed. We haven't had a detonation. We have now. Detonations taking place, so some mortal wounds will be distributed here. Deadly demise taking place. The Hive Crone comes crashing down. So target destroyed. Mortal wounds. There's 3 on this brood here, 3 here, 2 here. So decent enough. Everything else is out of range. So Hive Crone removed. So the other one, I think it's going to go, I think we're in agreement here, it's going to go after one of the Hive Tyrants. So same again, 3 shots. Those have all hit, no sustained though. 3s to wound, and those are all wounded. So 4 plus invulnerable saves this time to try and prevent the damage from coming through.
How many?
3. Yeah, 2 blocked. Okay, d6 plus 1 damage. So 2 and 1, 3 wounds taken. The invuln save proving very, very useful. It blocked 7, 8, 9 wounds from coming through. All right, next up, Revenge of the Tiger Shark. It's going to fire across here. It's seen this target, the Tyranid.
The crisis suit is spotting him. So
Fine, yep, here it comes.
guiding him, as they say.
No, 6!
2 more.
Add 2 more hits coming in. Wow. 2s. 2 make it through. That should do you all right. AP minus
5.
Nothing I can do. Damage.
24.
Deadly demise. No, it's all right. Target destroyed here. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. The hammerhead shots coming in. These now remain stationary. They're going to be hitting on 2s with a reroll. This one's going to come in and try and pick off this kind of X across here. Jason rolling
Big
up.
6. Big 6.
2.
Hit.
Still a hit. Only got 2 wins left this one. And AP minus 5 in the open.
Yeah, he is.
So take it off. He's dead.
Yeah, minus 5, d6 plus 6.
Detonation taking place. Well, I might pick off a couple of mortal wounds here. Deadly demise of 1. Right, next hammerhead along here. We'll check range. Range 72.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Whoa, go for it.
It's got extra if you want it.
So that's fine. We know they're in. So
Right,
other.
can I just double check? Swarm Lord. Yeah, he's in range.
You wouldn't dare. He's going to shoot at him.
Let's get the Swarm Lord, shall we? Let's bag a Swarm Lord up.
Okay. Ambitious from the young race. We give it 2s. Oh no! Oh no! Sustained 2. Oh boy.
2s to wound.
2s to wound. Yeah, surely it will be. Oh, 2 make it through. and devastating, and that one could be rerolled for your built-in targeting array. Okay, to make it through, I'll take the invuln saves on these two. Which, yeah, I've lost one. Devastating, Swarmlord's gone. That's Chris Comiskey and doesn't detonate, but that thing's been picked off by superior firepower here. Railgun picking off its target here. You imagine the commanders, mark your targets. Okay, next hammerhead, the third one along.
He's going to go into the Carnifex Brood.
Yeah, the two Carnifex Brood across here, yeah. So looking for a 2. It's a hit, not a wound. You can use your built-in reroll. And it does wound, and it's devastating, which will be 6 plus d6. That's a kill. I'm already on a wound because of the exploding Carnifex from before. Yeah. So one model removed, that front one can go. Yeah. Oh, does that explode? Oh, please. Yes. Oh, dear. Clearly it's entertaining the tower watching their targets blow up here when they're hit by the firepower coming through.
Popping balloons.
So command phase, lethal hits being granted to hammerhead number 2. Long strike's just over here. Long strike's going to go after the exocrine. He's on +1 to the hit rolls, so he should be on 2s. So 1, we'll reuse the reroll, which does get the hit. 2s to wound again. The wound will go straight through, and the exocrine, or toxocrine, sorry, is 14 wound model. No invuln saves. You're free to
D6 plus 6.
D6 plus 6.
8.
2. 8 wounds caused, dropping down to 6 wounds left. Of course, hammerhead number 2 to finish him off. Looking for a 2 now because he's sat still. Oh, sustained again. So that's 3 hits coming through. And they've all wounded. Their bipart is dead. Take it off. We'll see if it detonates. And it does. Oh, no. Deadly demise of D3 this time from this thing. Yeah, they're popping all over the place here. It's like a Tyranid children's party, and there's that Tau kid that turns up with a pin and pops all their balloons. It's cutting a massive hole through this Tyranid force. I think counting Tau guns, there's enough firepower here to wipe out the monsters across here. The rate that these railguns are going from these hammerheads, we've never seen an exhibition like it from them. 8 of them along the back line here, and they are lighting up. Targets have been lit up for them, and it's 1 shot, 1 kill across the board here. So they are enjoying themselves on that ridgeline, there's no doubt about it. So Josh's hammerhead here, it's Ite Miara in command, and it's going to go after this kind of X across here. So this one here, looking for a 2, so that's still. Yeah, it's just 2s because it's 4's basic. The target's been lit up because there's a never-ending supply of units that can light targets up here. And then +1 to the hit rolls because it's heavy remaining stationary. That's why we're looking at 2s. 2s to wound. It's rerollable. It's gone through. It's D6 plus 6. It's guaranteed target destroyed. Yeah, do we explode? No, this time. All right, so Carnifex removed from play. That one can go. Second one coming in. It's going against this one. They're picking on the units without invuln saves here. 1's a miss, but that can be re-rolled for the targeting array, and it does get its hit because it remains stationary. 2's to wound. Wound comes through. D6 plus 6 damage, and it's target destroyed. Does it blow up? It does not. Another Carnifex brought down here. Okay, and then the last hammerhead, thankfully, this one across here. Misses, but it can be re-rolled. Gets its hit just about. Gets its wound, which is devastating. Well, it makes much difference now. And 10 damage coming through. This one's destroyed. And doesn't detonate almost, but that one removed as well. Tau, cold and calculating, picking out precisely the units they want removed from play. The rig, we'll let that shoot. It's going into here. 6s would be amazing. Need 5s. Just the 1 shot. Oh, not another 6. Come on. Had 2 hits coming in. Striking a brood here, so you could actually bring 2 Carnifexes down with this.
Strength 20.
2s to wound. They've all wounded.
-5, and it's...
I can take a bit of cover.
D6 plus 6.
We do block 1. One's been blocked with cover. Now we're looking at damage here. So Snake Eyes coming through, but it's
D6
plus 6. Right. So it's going to go 7 wounds, and then the rest of the wounds will go on the 1 model. So it's going to slay just this 1. Could have been 2, but the Snake Eyes actually means just the 1 slain. Damage, just roll 1 at a time here. So the first one, that's a kill, and the other one, that's a kill as well on a 4. Yeah, so that's that brood brutally removed from play. The rig's taking out 2 Carnifexes. Someone pass me another tray, please. I'm running out of space here. Multiple trays here. Okay. So we will look at... Well, we've got options here. We've got broadsides set up with the heavy rail rifles available. Right, Town here. This one next. It's going to try and alleviate the situation across here. I was saying that these could fire, but just bearing in mind they're actually in close combat at the moment. But this is a monster. It can be shot at. So Town is going to try and alleviate the situation there with shorter range firepower. Other shots are going to be distributed around as well. Going to split fire here in multiple directions. So,
6s are amazing.
is this one here?
Yeah.
So this one's going in across here. 4s to 5s for shooting into close combat. It's not blast.
Nope.
Nope, perfect. And then +1 to hit rolls, it's been marked up. So we're looking at 4s. 6s are amazing.
Yes.
And it's 3 4s and a 6.
2 extras.
Sustain's crazy.
It is going to be 10. Strength 10, yeah.
More lock. Yeah, it's going to be toughness 10.
Okay, so 4s.
4s to wind. Just the 2. Minus?
4.
Yeah, straight through.
D6 damage.
D6 damage.
2d6 damage. So it's not going to destroy it, but it's going to strip 10 wounds away, which is exceptionally nasty. Dropping down to 3 wounds left. The Triaxis going into here. As long as it's not blast.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Oh, hold on.
It might be.
Oh no, it is blast.
Oh. So pressing on with firepower from this thing. The main guns on top. What are they called again?
They are the Pulse Ordnance Driver.
Destroyed the Homogaunt's what was left of them across there. And now the last weapon, along with other stuff, is going across against the Revenants.
D6 plus 3.
Okay. Do you get an extra on top of that because of
Blast.
blast?
+4, yeah.
Yeah, so you're on 8 shots in total.
In 6s are amazing.
4s to hit. I'd love to see this Tower Force take on James's Tank Company and then like 10 Bane Blades. And that'd be so good.
9.
Okay.
Okay, so that's
3s to wind.
-3, 3 damage.
Straight through, and it's going to kill 5 immediately. So pressing on with firepower, we've gone to the Riptide. Off camera here, it's destroyed the Morlock, just had the 3 wounds remaining. It's quite crucial actually because it's freed these up. These have remained stationary. Heavy rail rifles are dangerous enough, so their firepower is available. So lighting up the winged Hive Tyrant, firepower from these. Looking for 3s. It could be better. I'll check to see if they're a heavy weapon. It is heavy.
It is heavy. On the rail rifle. 2 shots each.
Looking for 2s. They've all hit. Strength. 6s will be good because they'll be devastating.
12.
Strength 12. 3s to wound. That one is devastating. Okay. So we're looking at invulnerable saves of 4+.
How many?
4. So Hive Tyrant is in trouble. To make it through. So we've got devastating wound damage of...
So it'd be 3d6 plus 3. So
D6 plus 1 on this one.
So
7. And then, I guess it doesn't matter, does it? And then another 4, so it's 11, 12, 13. And the Winged Hive Tyrant is a 10 win model, so it has been destroyed. And Deadly Demise, no. That's all the firepower from them. The whole lot was declared into that model. We'll press on here. More firepower to come. It's been withering here from the town. It's been scary at times. And there's still plenty of shooting remaining. All right, so across here, broadsides. Rinse and repeat here. So 6 shots with the heavy rail rifles going in here. Again, they haven't moved. Looking for 2s. They've all hit with an extra 2 hits coming through. Winged Hive Tyrant's in massive trouble. 3s to wound. There's 2 devastating. Just roll those 2d6 plus 2. It's all over. Gone. Target destroyed. Does it blow up? I've never seen such efficient killing ever in all my days. We gave the Tyranids a good chance in this game, but Tower Firepower, it's just hit an apex here at this point. It's finding its mark, there's no doubt about that. And these are the heavy guns that have been firing. They've taken out monsters, as you can see. The small arms firepower is yet to come. We've got pulse rifles lined up here. We've got firepower from this. We've obviously got the battle suits, all their firepower. Have you given... Is that flamers on that? Oh, man. Okay, so we're going to have a bit of a burnout here at the back. So lots of shots available, to say the least. We'll press on here with more firepower to come.
So
the middle shooting here, small arms firepower coming through. It's Cadre Fireblade here, Cadre Fireblade there. Erupting with pulse rifle firepower, decimating the Hormagaunts across here. About 20 casualties in total. Kroot warriors firing, fire warriors firing down as well. Wiped out what's left of this Hormagaunt unit across here as well. Caught out in the open. So small arms fire proving useful. Just shrinking the Tyranid force down at this point. We've had some firepower going on across here. So Jason and Josh have been working their way through across in this direction. Any reports of what's happened so far?
Lots of Gaunts dead. I'm taking some wounds off the Tyranids.
Yep, dropped down to 9 wounds left on that thing. That's firepower coming from here.
Bodyguard.
Yeah. 9. No, 6 wounds.
6 wounds caused, yeah. Okay, and then some units being burnt out here with flames.
Doing the commander as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of firepower still to come along this back line, and there's infantry firepower, small arms firepower coming across that side still to come as well. So a bit of firepower remained. There was pulse rifle firepower, the high missile pods from the broadsides firing across, wiped out what was left of the geniuses, the unit that was closest to the tower lines. And the Tyrannifex was destroyed. That was fusion blaster, plasma rifle firepower coming from the crisis battlesuit teams. Firing across here, firepower took about 6 of these away. So it's extreme charge. This is the only charge going ahead here with fast sight, needing something like a 12. Here it comes, yep. No, 3. All right, so it's not going to go ahead. You'll remain in amongst the ranks of crisis battlesuits at this stage. So shooting phase comes to an end. No close combats to take place, which is what the tower like to hear. One unit we forgot, it's the Barracuda, Nate Miller in command. It's got its sights set on Mama. She's got 1 wound left. It'll be an iconic monster to bring down if it can be destroyed. Can the Barracuda do it is the question. So iron cannon first of all.
D6 plus 3 shots.
6 shots plus 3. Mama's going to go. Just tower picking on their targets, destroying 1 at a time.
Say 3, it's marked.
3. They all hit except 1, and an extra 4 hits coming through.
2.
Okay.
Strength 8.
5 to wound.
2.
Just 2.
Minus 2.
One's got through.
3 damage.
3 damage. She's gone, and she doesn't explode. But
Hazardous?
Turvagon.
That's just fine, isn't it? It's fine.
Okay. Turvagon removed. Okay. And with that, the last shot's being fired there by the Barracuda. I think we have a conclusion here to this game. It has been brutal. There's no doubt about it. We gave the Tyranids some advantages here in this game. They recycled a lot of stuff, but the tower rate of firepower was withering, and the Tyranids were not able to withstand firepower of that magnitude here. So in the end, we thought this would be the deadly blow. The deadly blow came from the long-range firepower across here. It just decimated the Tyranids, especially in the middle of the board, and that kind of casualties, they cannot recover from that. So you can imagine this first wave coming through, tower calculating a reserve coming in across here, their guns being brought to bear, and in very professional style, just eliminating the key threats, mopping up the infantry, and then just shrinking this whole line down. So in the storyline, you can imagine the Tyranids attacking miles deep, perhaps this huge biofleet that's landed, and they're pushing through in this direction. The first wave came in. It was infiltrators first with the Lictors. We saw how deadly they were. It was horrific, the amount of casualties they caused there in the village. Scary moment, but just in the nick of time. Tower reserves arrived. The initial line surging through looked dangerous enough. Reserves kept popping up in amongst the tower, the Tyranid line pushing through. Firepower was scary at times. They started to eat away and nibble at the edges across here. They caused big trouble for the air wing that moved across the board. But then Tower got their guns in sight, in range, and in position, and then brought about a deadly amount of firepower here against the advancing Tyranids. In wave 1 at least. And the Tyranids attacking waves, they attack in depth. So the Tower, if you imagine if the game had progressed on, continuous waves coming through. But with this kind of efficiency, it looks like the Tower would hold the line effectively enough. So I think we've reached a conclusion here at this stage. A bit of a different one. This one, we've had an initial skirmish at the start, strong on narrative here for this battle, and then we really have had a showcase for the Tyranids, and then of course for the Tower as well, with their vast array of firepower, the great armada that they have at their disposal. It's great fighting for the Tau. It's even better when you can unite with friends here for the greater good. So this sends a message out to James, just for sure. The gauntlet has been thrown down. Tau firepower. Can anything withstand it? Tyranids have been blown away. I wonder how the Space Marines would do. I wonder how the Astra Militarum would do against the Tau. Maybe you do have to face the Guard, because they'll shoot back. There's no doubt about that. So that could be a challenge, perhaps, for the future. We'll talk about units of the game next for both sides. Lots of contenders. Jason's unit of the game is his Taunar. The 64 wounds against the Assimilator. That was a devastating moment. And then this one's your one, isn't it, Josh? Yeah, so Josh is going to give it to his Tiger Shark. The 24 wounds caused against something?
Yeah, it was the Tyrannifex.
The Tyrannifex bringing that one down. Okay, so Tau distributing units of the game to heavy firepower type units, so of course. And then for the Tyranids, yeah, cool. Yeah, 100%. I'm going to give it to the Lictors. That was fascinating watching them operate. The way they went on the hunt there, it was really, really good to see that. So gave the Lictors an opportunity to show what they could do. And boy, did they cause heavy casualties. So the Lictors, yeah, fantastic units for ambushing and trying to infiltrate into the Kroot village. So Tyrannifexes, that's the key unit for the Tyranids of firepower. You've got a dozen of those. You could put up some kind of fight if you're going to go for firepower exchange. But the best chance Tyranids had was to get in amongst the Tau, but the Tau managed to stop that from happening. It would have been a different story if Tyranids had have managed the break-in and had made progress into the village and so on. Tau do not like close combat. They do not do very well at all, and it could have been a different story. But firepower was needed to keep the Tyranids at bay, and Tau used that to great effect. Yeah, this was brilliant support here. The railguns just picking on targets was epic to see. So, silver level patrons, there's Jason Martinez, Marcus Olsen, Miniature Matt, and Ross Caldwell. Big thanks to them for their support at silver level. Keep a lookout for more battle reports on the channel, more Apocalypse games. Do have others planned. You can check out the previous games as well. Big thank you to Josh Forbes Brown for coming down and bringing his Tau along. Great contribution to this game. Couldn't have happened without the help of these two chaps that have come down, and then Jason as well from Longbow BB. The sponsor on the channel. So you can check him out for your airsoft supplies. Link for him in the video description below. But thanks to him for coming down as well. It really has made the game. Been able to take my Tau force and then just unite it with these epic armies. Brilliant showcase for Forge World stuff. Really good to see this stuff on the board. And we know now that we can assemble a 12k Tau army. So who knows what we'll see in the future with these. So that's the battle here. Xenos versus Xenos. No Imperial stuff in sight. In this particular fight, though, it's the young race that prevails. The Tau have given us quite a spectacle here in this game. Big thank you to everyone that supports us on the channel. This is usually what we call this like the Christmas special. It's the end of year game. So everyone tuning in, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thanks for watching and tune in next time.